And hey there, I'm your host, Bread Pirate, and today we are on the Grazzy Breath of the Wild in Minecraft server. And if you look behind me, we got the man himself, Grazzo.
Ta-da! I was here the whole time, and they had no clue.
They had no clue. He was so well hidden.
They didn't know I was here.
His superior avoidance skills came in clutch. Also, let me start my music. I didn't have
avoidance
it started.
skills. I'm very good at avoiding people, yeah.
Was such
I'm
an introvert.
Excellent at avoiding people.
All hail the mighty introvert.
I'm so introverted, yeah.
Okay, let me check the chat really quickly to see if people are able to actually see the stream.
My superpower to disappear shows once again.
We got a few people in chat. We got Waltz, we got Nuclear Lemon, welcome back. Pizza, yes. Galaxy Dash, welcome everybody. Oh, Jelda Cat, nice. Jelda's here. Jelda was a veteran of the Hoodless Zelda movement.
Oh yeah?
Made poetry for it. It was pretty crazy.
Have there been any results from the Hoodless Zelda movement yet?
Well,
or, like, do we know what's...
I want to make a video on it because everybody keeps asking. It'll be a short one, like maybe a minute long. Yeah. Effectively, the movement went really well. We just don't have any response back yet. The lag is back. That's impossible. They're saying the lag is back. Okay, wait. That's impossible. I spent hours fixing this.
When I look over.
Oh, you know why? You know why? It's because I'm switching tags. I'm switching tabs. I'm switching tabs. That's why. If I stop switching tabs, it'll be fine.
So that makes sense then.
Yeah. If I just stay on one tab, I'll be fine. So
Magic.
I gotta stay on Minecraft. Yeah. What were you saying about? Yeah. It went really well. We just don't have a response from Grezzo. Not Grazzy, Grezzo, the company that made Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah.
They are not responding to either of the emails we sent, even though we sent them in Japanese, and we had help from Japanese translator Quest with Aaron, who's a fantastic Zelda YouTuber. But yeah, I suspect it's that, like, if you were a company in their position, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna say, like, yeah, we'll work on it? Yeah. Or are you gonna say, like, no, your idea is dumb, right? What do you do? I think they're just gonna stay silent on it, and if they say no, it'll be we get no response ever. If it's yes, they're working on it right now, and they'll release it within the next few weeks.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, I imagine it's
probably what it'll be.
Really hard to, like, get the attention of a company like that.
Yes.
But
well, Grezzo's pretty small.
Maybe it paid off.
Grezzo's a pretty small company, so I'm sure,
true.
I'm positive they saw the movement. The question is more so, will they say yes to the movement? Because, I mean, we sent 2 emails, we had 1,004 posts on the day of, and then 1,600 if you include the few days after. So it's like, they definitely saw it, it's just a matter of if they do anything with it. But anyways,
makes sense.
Yeah, we're on the Breath of the Wild in Minecraft server. If you guys don't know, this is the bog. What is it called? Grazzy, help me out here. What is it? What's it called?
Bottomless Swamp, I think. Bottomless Swamp. Right?
Yeah, Bottomless Swamp, I think. Bottomless, whatever. Also in chat, I see your messages. I see your messages. And I can swap tabs. Swapping tabs is a thing I can do. Biffle diffle. Freaking biffle diffle. Tell me what I can't do. Can and can't do. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyways, yeah. So we have 2 objectives today, which you could see in the corner somewhere. I'm trying to point at it, but I don't know where it is. And we are going to use today to achieve 2 objectives, hopefully. One of them is do a little bit of touch-up work on the slime dungeon here. I might come back to it another time after stream, but I want to touch up on it a little bit. And then number two, we're going to start work on the Nether dungeon, which has been mostly untouched for the last few months. Grazzy, how do you feel about this?
I am feeling good. I feel like I can... If you want to touch up the slime dungeon here, I can definitely clean up these walls pretty fast.
Yes.
And make them, like,
just avoid the walls that are flat, because those have things behind them that you don't want to mess with.
Yeah,
it's the other ones that can be
it's a bit finicky,
up.
But I can probably avoid them pretty well. Do you want it to have, like, a very smooth look, or do you want, like, more of a rough, rockier kind of look?
Let's try the smooth look. I think the smooth look will be good.
If we were to go with smooth, it would look something like this, for example.
Ooh. Okay, and what does the rough one look like?
If I were to roughen it up, let me get the...
You'll have to undo,
command. No, actually. The way I roughen it, I smooth it out first, and then I use another tool.
Okay.
That's meant to like roughen it up.
Oh,
so it
that's
doesn't.
rougher?
It's hard to see the effects here.
Yeah,
it's hard to see the effects on a flatter surface like this. It usually works better with like a. Let me try in this corner. Let me try in like a corner.
Yeah, just smooth it out. I think just smooth it out. That'll be easy.
Yeah, I can smooth it out to start, and then we can.
Yeah. I think it'll be fine. I'm also considering swapping all the slime on the floor for water because it looks kind of goofy.
What you could do is so you're not meant to ever like jump on this at all then, huh?
Well, the idea is if you fell down here, you're an idiot and you have to find a way getting all the way back up. And we'll have like a walkway or a ladder that they have to use. But water seems to be, that would just be more aesthetically pleasing. And as people have pointed out in the chat, because I read the chat, I do, is that it would be nice to have water falling from the ceiling, and it would make sense if there was a pool at the bottom, because we are underneath the bog.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so it'd be kind of nice.
Start smoothing this stuff out then. We'll see how it turns out.
Some people are saying we should use wall gradients. We already are, sort of. It's moss, normal stone, and cracked stone. That's not much of a gradient, but it's a palette. It's a palette.
Yeah, I can paint the walls and make them. I don't know how much like detail you want to go in, but I can paint these and make it look like much prettier with gradients and like.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Part of the appeal for me, and I don't know if you like this or hate this, is I love when dungeons look like they're from beta Minecraft or early Minecraft. Yeah, and having a very similar color palette across the entire thing fits that vibe for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Definitely not the taste of the rest of the server, but my intention is to try and hide these dungeons in ways that they don't immediately stand out to people, so that if like somebody wanted to do a camera pan of Death Mountain, they don't immediately notice like, oh, hey, there's a dungeon over there.
Yeah.
So I got adjust in a few places, but yeah. Because ultimately, like these dungeons are kind of like Easter eggs, in the grand scheme of things. If we do an SMP, then they won't be just Easter eggs. They'll start being the real deal. But yeah.
I think I am gonna try that. I've been so on the fence about that, but
oh yes. Sorry, you're still on the fence on that. I don't know if I should be bringing it up at all.
I don't care that it's being brought up. The only reason I'm on the fence is because it's just, it's a big ask for so many different creators. But I think I think I'm probably overthinking it, and most people will be down because it doesn't have to be super serious and like a big thing for everyone. It can be a lot more chill for some people. And then
honestly,
the people who are like really into it can be on a lot more. And also, bothering large creators is scary.
Dude, tell me about it. I tried reaching out to Point Crow for the Hoodless movement, nothing. And I'm like, I just destroyed all my possible future interactions with this man. He will never talk to me ever again, which is probably not true. It's probably more like he will just forget that message and not even remember it because he didn't see it.
That's what I was. When I had to reach out to Smallant for my Mario Kart video, I was terrified because I was like, we were already friends on Discord and we'd already talked one other time. So I was like, if he ghosts me now and doesn't respond, it's over. So I was really terrified. Yeah. But he responded in like 20 minutes, and I breathed the biggest sigh of relief I've ever sighed before.
It's crazy. You know, you don't think of it when you watch other YouTubers after like when you're starting off and you look at the YouTubers with 100K subscribers, you're like, man, they can talk to anybody. They're like at the top of the ladder. And then when you get to 100K subscribers, you're like, oh, gee, that was step one.
Yeah.
There's so many more people up there that are like way scarier. But it helps. It does help.
Climb.
It does help a little bit. Right, you gain more courage to be like, I've proven myself. I'm a big enough YouTuber. I can talk to some of these people, and they'll listen to me.
And and another thing is that, like, all these creators, we are just all normal people at the end of the day.
By the way, I don't mean to push you. Are you still smoothing out the wall? By the way.
Yeah, I'm working like from bottom to top. You can see.
Oh, okay.
I have to be a lot more careful when I get up to the things that are actually built because I can easily mess it up.
Works for me.
But yeah, it's like one thing you always kind of hear this, but I never really internalized it until I became a creator myself. Like, we're all just normal people. Like, we're just some random people who make videos and it works and people watch it. Like,
so true.
if I can get to this point, then anyone can. Everyone is just like, we're all just normal people, and so it's really easy to like look at these massive creators as celebrities, I think. But we really are just people. We're just normal guys.
We really are.
It's really easy.
Except Celio Spring, he's kind of a.
We're just.
He's something else.
Except Celio Spring.
Yeah,
he's
he's actually completely consumed by the algorithm. There's no original Celio Spring left.
Yeah.
It's kind of like General Grievous, actually.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
General Grievous, yeah.
Speaking of,
is like General Grievous.
He is. When I think General Grievous, I do have the image of Celio Spring pop into my head. The Zelda Shorts creator.
What?
You know, I mean, they sound the exact same.
As a Zelda Shorts creator, he is kind of like.
They look the same. And they both are cybernetic people that steal lightsabers. Basically the same. Yo, Pizza Yes just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Pizza. Also, sorry, Chad, I'm not talking to you because I have a new friend, and his name is Grazzy. And he can talk to me synchronously instead of asynchronously. Wait, did I say that right? I think I said that right. I'll assume I said that right. Yeah, synchronous versus asynchronous. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Real human interaction, unlike you people. Look at me. I'm about to tick off all the entire chat. They'll never talk to me ever again now. Deserved. Earned.
Everyone's gonna leave.
It's okay. Leave me. Leave me. Actually, I should look at chat for one moment. Let me see what's going on. Nerds making videos for other nerds. Yeah, that's basically it. Gel the cat. Well said. Mace equal Megaton Hammer. Yep. I don't know what that's about. I don't like Point Crow. He cusses a lot, says Freezy Girl. Interesting. What are your thoughts on swearing in your videos, Grazzy? I don't think you swear in your videos, do you?
I don't.
Maybe in like your streams. I don't
swear in my videos. In my stream, yeah, I'm kind of like I don't swear in my videos, and I try to keep it family friendly in my videos. Not necessarily because I like want to be a family friendly creator, but more so because I don't want to get demonetized.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I keep it pretty PG. I don't like
yeah,
on
it's
my
okay.
Streams, I don't usually go crazy. But sometimes if a joke comes up and I find it funny, I have to indulge a little bit because I think the joke is funny, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like in between. I don't think I'm bad per se, but
just because you're a bad guy does not mean you are a bad guy.
Exactly, yeah. I'm like Wreck-It Ralph.
Just like Wreck-It Ralph. Exactly. Basically Wreck-It Ralph. No, that's a very fair philosophy. Also, by avoiding swearing, you do expand your audience a little bit. You don't alienate very many people, but you expand your audience a lot. And you make all those single moms happy.
A wider majority.
You make all those moms happy. They're like, oh, this is a good YouTuber. He's not like those others.
Like all the kids who are watching on their mom's iPad don't have to worry.
For me, I'm really glad I don't swear in my videos because as a substitute teacher, it'd be really awkward if I was like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Then like go to my channel and I'm like dropping the F-bomb. That that would ruin my whole teaching career. I don't know if I could be a teacher if I did that.
yeah, that makes sense.
Oopsies. I'm getting rid of this.
I know my mom works at a school, and like she's told a lot of her students about my channel.
Oh,
and so now it's like it's kind of put this pressure on when I'm like, because she's told me that like some of them watch my videos now and like watch my streams, and it kind of puts this pressure on because I'm like, if I slip up and say something I shouldn't on a stream, and then one of those kids like goes and tells my mom about it, that'll be kind of awkward. My mom wouldn't care, but my mom wouldn't care. But like, you know, in a school setting, like that's probably something like that comes up, then that's potentially pretty bad.
Yeah, you're not planning on being a teacher though any day soon, so I don't think you should be worried about it.
No, I am not.
No, I actually have that as a potential career option, and everybody's like, you should be a teacher, and I'm like, we'll see about that. So I still got to keep that option open. Got to keep my cards close to my chest. Hey, hot tip for anybody who is going into the career force. Ignore the way I said that. If anybody's going into the career force, if you don't know what you're going to be doing for your career, just say, I'm keeping my options open. It's the professional way of saying, I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's true.
It works. It works. It does. That's what my my business teacher told me in college. And I've never forgotten that. I've never forgotten it. It's a really good tip.
I think I've gotten a lot of these walls smoothed out.
You know, speaking of General Grievous.
Yeah?
You are working on a new project. Talk about that.
I am. I'm gonna be doing a Star Wars in Minecraft video. I don't want it to be a massive project that spans a bunch of videos, but I am gonna be doing it for like a single standalone video. I'm basically just building a few. I basically looked at Star Wars and I picked a few things that I liked and decided to build them. So I'm gonna be building like a few space battles, a few planets.
I know Hoth is one of them, right?
Stuff. Hoth is one of them, yeah, from episode 5. I'm gonna build the scene where the giant walkers, the AT-ATs, are marching on the rebel base, you know? I want to build that scene.
That's so cool. That's so metal.
That's one of the big ones I'm going to be doing. I'm going to build the Death Star as well, of course.
You're building the Death Star.
Yeah, I'm going to blow.
I mean, you're not going to like build the inside and everything, are you?
I'm considering it.
That's like one of the craziest Lego sets of all time. I could not imagine seeing that in Minecraft. I mean, I tried when I was younger. All of us did, right? You know, whenever we're kids, we're like, I can build a Death Star in Minecraft. And they're like, you can't. Because it's insane when you're younger.
That's the thing. Nobody's ever done it before. I'm sure people have built the Death Star, but I doubt many people have built the Death Star interior before.
Have you looked into it?
I haven't, but I'm guessing.
I don't know about that.
I will have to look into it.
I don't know about that. I think you might be surprised that somebody's already done it.
You might be right.
Because I mean, I don't want to like burst your bubble, just like the sense that like, you know, Minecraft is huge, Star Wars is huge. Somebody has probably put two and two together, and it's like, I can build that.
Nobody's put 2 and 2 together to build all of Breath of the Wild in Minecraft. Okay, but that's a bit larger, I will admit.
That is.
Yeah, I don't know. I try and take this style with my videos where the title and the thumbnail in the beginning of the video promise a lot, but then once you actually watch the video, you get a lot
very
more than
little.
You bargained for.
You get very little from it, and you think, why did I waste my time with this?
Totally.
No. You do get a lot more than you bargained for. You're like, oh, it'll be like the Great Plateau. Who, you know, it's just those few things I remember, and then you're like, oh no, it's a lot more. It is a lot more.
Like with the Star Wars video, the thumbnail and the title will probably be revolving around the Death Star specifically because that's the most noteworthy like build from Star Wars. But then you open the video and suddenly I want to make a small scale model of the entire Star Wars galaxy, and it's like, oh, that's a lot. And yes, that is something.
Scope creep. You just give into it. You're like, yeah, scope creep. That's my homie.
Exactly, yeah.
Scope creep. If anybody in the chat doesn't know, scope creep is the idea that when you start a project, it starts kind of small, and then it creeps up on you and becomes larger and larger and larger over time.
Yep.
Really handy word. Authors usually run into this. That's a thing authors run into all the time. And also,
I need to start using that word.
Yeah, I love that word. And you seem like a very creepy person that scopes a lot.
Yeah, I seem like a creepy person. Yeah.
Yeah, you scope and you creep all over the place.
If you remember the Kush Zelda game show, that's what we were all doing. Remember?
I forgot. You were a part of that too, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, that was fantastic. The Kush game show was
a lot of fun.
Amazing. We weren't in the same one together, were we?
Yeah, we were in it with Croton and Hyrule Gamer.
I remember Croton was in it, yeah. Oh yeah, Hyrule Gamer was there too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fantastic. And I kept on being like, oh yeah, I'd like to thank my goldfish. I'd like to thank my mom. I'd like to
cutting you off, yeah.
I never got to finish. My old hamster.
The recurring bits through that whole game show were really good. Like that one that you just mentioned, there were a few of those where they just like kept coming back up.
The silhouette part was really funny.
Yeah. That was, I think that was my favorite part. Like we were all taking it seriously at first, and we were all getting mad, but then like by the halfway point, we had all just like given in, and we're just given the dumbest answers imaginable.
Oh, I mean, Hyrule Gamer, he gave up to the point that he was literally trying to get the most points possible, when I think it was more like golf. Or no, he tried to get the lowest. He tried to get the lowest score possible. That's what it was.
Yeah, I think that's what me and him were both doing. We were both trying to get like.
I'm pretty sure he won that, right? Like he won that competition between you two, right?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I got I think I got like negative 27,000 or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I put in a big record because I'm pretty sure I beat the record of lowest score from his Mario game show. Because he had done a similar one before, remember?
Oh my gosh.
And I was trying to beat that score, I remember. And I think I did.
Yeah, I remember one of us made like an absurd record, and it probably was that. Getting the highest... I think
it was the lowest.
Lowest score possible, yeah. Highest amount of negative numbers possible. It sounds better when you put it like that.
Yeah, that's what I think it was. I don't think anyone had the most points during that game show. I think there was one player who sucked the least, and that was, I think you. I think you won, right?
I won it in points, but that wasn't as meaningful as getting the worst score ever. I think that matters a bit more for a competition like that. Although I was playing serious. I have a confession to make, actually. This is so sweaty of me. Do you want to know that? What you want to know what this is? This confession of mine that I've never confessed. My most grievous sin.
Let's hear it.
I cheated.
You cheated?
I cheated.
You cheated? How could you?
Lulu's eggs.
How'd you do it?
There was one question, which when I saw it, I was like, Lulu's eggs? What is that? I looked it up online while we were doing the quiz. What's Lulu's eggs? And I found out it was the Zora eggs. So that's like how I answered that question, and I actually knew. He was like, he looked at me and he's like, oh dang, you knew that one. I'm like, yeah.
How could you? The integrity of the game show is.
I know
ruined.
the whole integrity. It's my like most piratey moment of all time in the Zelda community, just ripping off this crappy game show. Oh my goodness. By the way, chat, I am looking at you and I feel you. Don't take that out of context. I know what you're going through, being ignored by me, and I'm gonna keep doing that a lot today because Grazzy's a really interesting person. But I do feel the pain you're going through. I feel it. And so I'll look at some of your messages. I'll look at some of them. Actually, somebody did post a cool question a few minutes ago. Let me see it. It's from Freezy Girl.
They can ask us questions and we can both answer them, yeah.
Freezy Girl said, Bread, what is your top 3 Zelda songs? Mine is Ballad of the Goddess, Zelda's Lullaby, and the Great Fairy Fountain Theme, which are all killers. Killer songs. Grazzy, you like Skyward Sword, don't you?
I really like Skyward Sword, yeah.
So Ballad of the Goddess speaks to you.
Yeah, it does. I get that. Anytime I hear it, I flash back to when I was like 7 years old, opening it on the Wii, and my brother was there, and we were playing Skyward Sword together, and we got stuck on the imprisoned Phase 2 boss. That one is that one's probably up there for me. It's really hard for me to rank what my all-time favorite songs are because there's so many songs that I like for different reasons, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I really like the Breath of the Wild castle theme because I think it perfectly captures the feel of the journey thus far.
That's a really good one. Hyrule Castle is a really good theme song. Yeah.
It's so tough. I think that's probably up there. That one's definitely up there in my top 5, probably. As for what the third one would be, it might be Fi's Gratitude from Skyward Sword.
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting take.
I really like Fi's Gratitude. I think a lot of people reference Fi's Farewell, but I think it's slightly different from Fi's Gratitude, and I like Fi's Gratitude more.
Interesting. When does Fi's Gratitude play?
Those are like the first 3 to come to mind. I think it plays right at the end alongside Fi's Farewell, because there's the part where you say farewell to Fi, and then you put the Master Sword in the pedestal, but then she shows up again one last time for another goodbye. So I think Fi's Farewell plays for one of them, and then Fi's Gratitude plays for the second one. I think. I could be wrong with that.
Yeah. Man, I don't know if I could ever answer this one. I mean, this one's really hard. There's just
really hard.
Such a great assortment of songs. I mean, how can I choose between my children? Linebeck's theme, Groos's theme,
exactly.
Inside the Pirate Ship.
Inside the pirate ship. Yeah, that one's on brand for you.
Yeah, Inside the Pirate Ship. No, actually, it's not that hard. I like all those 3 themes. Honest to goodness, I really do like the pirate themes in the series. A 4th one, pirate theme-wise, and I know Groose's theme is not a pirate theme, but it fits my channel's vibe. Another one would be Pirate Gig, the Pirate Gig, which is a song from the Oracle games. That it's only ever 8-bit. We never hear a full-fleshed version of the song in any instrumental, but I like that one. Haven't played the Oracle games, but I know that song.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, I'm playing music in the background on the stream, but I'm gonna try and do it really quickly. It's it's got a funky tune to it. It's very fast-paced.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that one.
Huh. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Maybe after stream I can show it to you. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, definitely like link it to me or something.
Everybody's yelling at me in the chat. Why is everybody yelling at me in the chat? Oh, by the way, welcome Swack. I didn't welcome Swack when he came into the chat, too.
Welcome, Swack.
Actually, Swack said, my favorite Skyward Sword track is The Goddess Sword. It's the best song ever for representing the calm before the adventure begins. Interesting. Also good choice. Hey, you want to hear my crackpot conspiracy theory about the Master Sword?
Let's hear it.
Okay. So, have you ever played A Link to the Past?
I've played like half of it.
Okay, so A Link to the Past, when it was first made, is... What the heck? Why am I in survival mode? Ew. Gross. No.
How did you get in survival?
I'm trying to quick tab between my game modes. But yeah, in A Link to the Past, at the end of the game, in the credits, there's this moment when you get to see the Master Sword for the last time. And it says, the Master Sword gets to go to sleep for the last time forever. Like, that's the end. Master Sword is kaput. Done. And then Nintendo made a game after that called A Link Between Worlds. I don't think A Link Between Worlds should be canon on that spot in the timeline. I think they got it wrong. Yeah. And my whole reason I'm so passionate about this, I know this seems really stupid, but like the reason I actually, honest to goodness, care about this is because I want Fi to get a vacation, man. Just let her die, you know? Like, she's been going for like 10,000 years on and off. I know she's a robot, but you'd think at some point she'd be like, I can finally sleep and be like with my past masters, you know?
I like to imagine that she is like in a slumber, like a sleep of some kind, until the Master Sword is pulled again and she's called upon. Because I think that's what she kind of talked about at the end of Skyward Sword. She talked about, like, she felt herself, like, her consciousness fading away when the Master Sword was put in its pedestal. But then obviously we see her communicate with Zelda in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, so like in an entity way, like she's not she's not in a physical sense here anymore. She doesn't come as the robot form anymore. But she comes as a just like a noise or a spirit within the sword.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so I've always been like, come on, just end it. Do it. You know, let that piece of dialogue take place, but no. Gorilla Dude 64 says everyone disliked the Strem. Well, you heard it, guys. Gorilla Dude said it, and I wouldn't argue with gorillas. Gorillas are kind of
I wouldn't
angry.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
This just in: YouTuber actively down likes. I've been on Reddit too often.
Down likes.
Reddit, YouTuber asks viewers to dislike video. Down like. I'm making a new platform. We're calling it Bread Social. It's gonna have down likes.
You can down like and up like posts. That's how it works.
Yeah, those are your choices. Dog TV Games, I remember you. Yes, I do remember you. Thank you. Sorry, somebody in the chat was like, do you remember me? I was like, yeah, I remember you. I remember you. You've been here for the last 3. Oh my goodness.
Your mention of your theory reminded me of something that I don't think I've ever told you this. Way back years ago when Age of Calamity first released, I had a crazy theory, and I never saw anybody talk about it, and I never have. this might be a popular theory, but I've never seen people actually like bring this up and like mention it as an actual theory. But I remember when Age of Calamity came out, I would frantically post on like Zeltic's I remember specifically a Zeltic video. Like I frantically typed out my whole theory and told him, because I was like, this is a really good theory. It's really, and he like never responded, obviously. But
right, yeah, because Zeltic has like 10,000 comments on every single video.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a shame. Was this before you started making videos?
Yeah, this is before I started making videos.
Wow. Okay, so this is pretty. This is a rare, brief glimpse at little baby Grazzy before he got his full pants on.
Exactly. This is what kind of first made me think about like doing Zelda content in some way, because I wanted to make this theory and like share it with people. Basically, the theory is, as you know, there's already the theory that in Breath of the Wild, Zelda is in possession of the full Triforce. We've already that's a known theory. Right?
Yeah, because she manages to use it.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of building, where I got this idea with Age of Calamity. When she uses her powers at the beginning of Age of Calamity, when they first awaken, we see her, I think she said something like, I must protect everyone, right at the moment that her powers awaken. And then that's when Teriko wakes up and goes back in time to save everyone. And so my theory when the game came out, I was like, wait, the Triforce gives you like a wish, right?
Yeah.
So what if that was Zelda's wish? She didn't know she was wishing, because like the Triforce, the knowledge of it is essentially like,
yeah. Like the idea, like she accidentally wished for that because the Triforce just fulfills your wish regardless of how you want it happen.
Exactly.
Like,
right when her powers awaken.
Hey Genie, I'd like to be able to jump higher, so you get turned into a frog. You didn't think that's what would happen, but that just happened to be the way the wish was fulfilled. I like that
and
theory.
The result is that Teriko goes back and creates a timeline in which everyone is saved, including Master Koga. Even Master Koga is saved.
Well, like, Master Koga's already saved. I mean, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, but I mean, I might be remembering the story wrong, but I'm pretty sure he like gave up his support of Ganon at some point in Hyrule War. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but
well, I mean, yeah, he does, but like, that's weak Koga. That's loser Koga.
That is true.
We hate that. All my homies hate that guy.
Yeah,
we want strong, manly Koga that'll actually stand up to the tyranny of Link and Zelda.
Yeah, that was my theory. She accidentally created, like, it didn't really grant her wish. It was kind of like a monkey's paw thing. It granted her wish, but
oh my gosh, wait! You know the monkey's paw?
Way.
You know the monkey's paw story? Oh, let's go!
Yeah.
I mean, I bring it up like every so often in the streams, and people don't know it.
Yeah, I think I had to read like the original story in one of my English classes in like high school or something.
It's a really good story.
It is. It is.
And it's applicable to so many situations. Oh, I remember. We've had this conversation before. I told you YouTube Shorts are like a monkey's paw.
They are, yes.
Yes, I remember having this conversation. Yeah. I've actually been thinking a lot lately about how much I want to focus on quality versus quantity. And this is such deja vu for me and you both, because we used to talk about this all the time years ago. How do we want to handle our quality versus quantity? But lately I've been trying to focus on quantity, because I was like, I'm burnt out. This will be more fun. But now I want to switch back to quality after watching a bunch of videos by this guy named, what is it, CGP Grey? I think that's his name.
Gotcha.
And he's like this incredible essayist who also puts like rhymes and poems within his script casually. It's something else, yeah. Like he'll just be like in the middle of a script, like you'll hear the like most fire like poem of all time, like just randomly it's dropped, and then he'll move on with the video. And there's no real rhyme or reason to how he does it, ironically. But I love it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Speaking of that, like, whole monkey's paw shorts thing as well, my one piece of advice to anyone in chat who may be wanting to start a YouTube channel, do not do YouTube shorts.
Don't start with YouTube shorts.
Don't start with YouTube shorts. Take this from a guy who has had a lot of success with YouTube shorts. Do not start YouTube shorts. They're like phantom views. They pump your channel full of views, subscribers, watch hours, and it's like, it's intoxicating, but it's not necessarily good for your channel because it's impossible to translate shorts viewers into long form viewers. I've talked about this with a lot of other people who have made shorts and started on shorts. It is so difficult. If you blow up from shorts, going into long form is like nearly impossible. You want to get some good long form. You want to establish yourself as a long form creator, get a sizable audience in long form.
Yes.
And then you can do shorts to support your long form. But the long form success has to come first, or your channel's going to be in a scary situation.
Grazzy, I'm stuck inside a block.
What happened?
I tried using the
you?
hoe to get rid of slime.
You know about / undo, right?
Yeah, I just feel
You want to see
stupid
something even
now.
crazier?
I want to change all
stand-
the slime into water. I was just gonna manually do it
I can
like
do
a
that really
buffoon.
fast.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks, Grazzy. Although all this water is unconnected, right?
Whoops.
I'm sorry, that's a kind of weird comment to make, but
Unconnected?
like okay, so like you see how this is over here is like all funny looking.
Oh, I know why that is.
You have the same problem on Death Mountain right now, but I think that's intentional so that the flow doesn't get messed up, right?
Yeah, on Death Mountain, yeah.
Yeah, because I was with chat the other day and I was like, oh, that's weird. The lava's not flowing, and then I just thought about it for 2 seconds and I'm like, oh yeah, of course the lava isn't flowing. Otherwise it'd be a huge problem.
I had to with the actual mountain itself. Like in other spots, I could probably get away with it, and I think I did in some spots. But for the volcano itself, there's no way, because the lava has to like curve under like overhanging rocks and stuff. And I was like, there's no way. I have to just make it so it's not flowing.
Yeah. And I think it turned out pretty well, especially because nobody's going to be walking up to the volcano up close most of the time.
Yeah.
There's no... How are you in the ground and building? How are you doing that?
Magic. Hey, you want to see something else, Magic?
What?
Stand. I'm going to give you a spot to stand in.
Okay.
Stand right there. So if you try to place a block where I'm standing, it doesn't work, right? You can't place a block
I can't.
on somebody. But guess what?
I just did it.
I can.
Wait, what? Ah! You will be trapped in the desert.
I can trap you, yeah.
You'll be trapped in the desert with only your head showing, and the scorpions will come and eat you alive.
Yeah, I can literally like bury
Oh my
you in the
God.
ground or something.
That's scary. Well, now I
can
know
also-
who not to visit the Sahara with. Don't visit
can
the
also do
Sahara
this.
Desert with Grazzy.
You ready for this one?
Okay,
Here's
sure,
another
let's see
magic
it.
trick.
Ah! 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 They're not touching the ground. There's no gravity.
How did I do it? It's a mystery.
There's strings. There must be strings somewhere.
Yeah, there's strings holding them up.
Yeah. That's the only way of doing it. Man, it still doesn't look right. This dungeon still doesn't look right.
The walls?
Yes, I mean, it's a lot better than before, obviously, but like, it's not right, you know? It feels wrong. I think this upper area where there's like a bunch of platforms crisscrossing is pretty good, but maybe it is still too deep. Like, maybe it should be like way shallower. I don't know.
I could probably do that, or I could try doing...
We could just fill the whole thing with water.
I could, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard for me. If you want to like bring the pool up, I can do that quite easily.
Yeah, fill. We could just use the fill command. Let's try that. I want to see how this room looks if we do that.
Well, do you want it to all be filled with water, or do you want to like actually bring the floor itself up? Because if I bring the floor itself up, there's a much quicker way I can do it.
No, let's fill it with
Okay,
water,
fill
because
it?
that's a
Alright.
pretty easy command too, right? Fill, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I can. There's a better way I can do it because it's over such a large portion.
Oh.
I'm gonna just select the whole area and do like replace air with.
Because then what we
water.
could do is we could put like some like underwater chests down here as like a little treasure for people.
That's true. Yeah. It's like that. You
Yeah,
think?
yeah, that works. That works pretty well. Yeah. Wait, why is the
Okay.
water blue here? Isn't it brown just above us?
That's because I painted a specific biome up top to make it brown, but it's not 3-dimensional. I can change this to brown. if
Yeah.
you like to brown
I
water.
think that would really help because we want this to feel like a slime biome, so it has to be gross. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that quite easily.
Some people are saying we need to have lava. Guys, we'll get to the lava eventually. I know it's in the stream title, but we're not there yet. We're trying to clean up this area first. Yeah, that's perfect. I like
There
it.
we go.
It's giving me Half-Life vibes, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Or Fallout. Fallout also has that nice puke green color to everything. Nice.
I've painted like the whole room to this biome, so any water in the main room should have that color.
Yeah, so what I could do now is I could do something like have water coming from the ceiling, and it'll be the gross brown color. Yes!
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need. Yeah. I'm still going to have to workshop this. I think I'm going to bring the walls in, like, a lot more, but whatever. I'll figure it out another time.
Yeah.
You want to work on the nether now?
Again. Yeah, we can work on the nether. But if you ever do need to do that, you can just ask my help. Because I can do something, if you look here, I can do something,
oh,
very
whoa,
easy.
whoa.
I can just,
whoa, that's really
yeah.
cool. Whoa. Wait, no. Redo that. Oh.
You like that?
It looks really cool. I don't think we need it now, but that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do things like that.
It's like, it's like that whole phobia. The phobia of, like, tons of tiny holes.
Yeah, what is it? It's like...
Whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. But, like, it's
something.
got that feeling.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. False advertising. Yeah, I'm false advertising. What's it to you, Biffle? Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever want to, like, move over there, we can.
Oh,
whatever.
it's trypophobia.
Trypophobia, really? I thought it was something different.
No, it's trypophobia. Yeah, trypophobia.
Huh.
It is.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'll make this whole room like really wet and gross and slimy with all sorts of water everywhere eventually. I'm not gonna do that today. I think this whole dungeon's gonna unfortunately be a multi-day thing that I'll come back to every once in a while and polish up.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Way too large, way too big. Next time I'm gonna have to be very deliberate when I'm talking with Horaltum. I'll be like, Horaltum, I want each side to only be 30 wide.
Yeah.
Only. Don't do this to me, please. No, Horaltum actually made this possible. I couldn't have done half of this without him. And I probably couldn't have done 90% without him because I'm pretty slow. So I'm gonna be going to Dearth Mountain now.
I think I'm already, yeah.
There's two things I want to fix. Number one, we got to add some stuff inside. Number two, I think this is actually too distracting from the scenery, because if somebody wants to do a free camera shot where they're like looking around, I don't know. I think this is too different. It was kind of fun, the idea that like you can jump down and you'll end up going through a portal. It looks a bit like a portal, but I don't want to ruin the scenery of the map.
Yeah.
So I think we should cover this up, and instead we should just have like a physical like tunnel entrance we can hide somewhere, which I can work on another time.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll put some like glass here at the bottom just to block it off.
Oh, and then fill it.
And then yeah, I'll just fill up the.
That'll fix it. Although,
Or I could just fill it up later so we could still use it as an entrance.
Well, I could just go spectator.
That's true. I mean, I can fill it now.
Yeah, actually, I think what we ought to do is I just clicked the wrong button. Wait. I think what we ought to do is we actually ought to fill this in. One moment. Like, we ought to fill in this entire area with nether rack. Nether rack? Is it right? Is that right? Nether rack? Yeah, nether rack.
Nether rack?
And fill it in with 10. There we go.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Slash. I think that will patch up the hole we had. Because now it doesn't have the awkward hole there.
Yeah, and then I can fix the lava.
Yeah, now the lava could really easily be fixed, and you don't even need to change the nether rack underneath because nobody will see it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm playing with the developer art for the game still, so my nether rack looks like well, it looks like developer art.
You have the old texture pack.
I love the old textures.
I love them too, but I can't play constantly with them because like it's nostalgic because they are definitely objectively worse. Like 100% they are objectively worse.
I think that they're less smooth, but I don't think they're worse because they are capturing a different vibe.
Yeah,
a retro
not
vibe.
All of them, not all of them, but some like the netherrack, I think are just like, yeah, that's.
I kind of like it.
Bad.
I kind of like it. I'm just wrong though.
Nah, it's understandable. I get it. It's just my opinion.
I mean, that's the same reason, like I was talking to you earlier about, like, yeah, I like my dungeons to feel old school when I make them.
Yeah.
Same kind of vibe, basically. I gotta get some lava out. Yeah. So here's my vision here. And if it's crazy, you can stop me whenever you want. Where
Let's
are you?
hear it.
Wait, where are you?
I'm right here, behind you.
Oh, hey, there we are. I was like, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? I'm over here. Okay, so
Yeah,
look
I'm right here.
Look at that expanse. At the end of it, the farthest end of it, dungeon. And it's a nether fortress sticking up with cylinder columns, kind of like a Bowser fortress with the very classic nether brick look to it.
Yeah.
With those purple bricks. And then maybe like a couple roads going back and forth. And then I don't know how, somehow we have some monsters from the nether that can spawn there. Wither skeletons, probably not.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want wither skeletons on the map, anyways.
But we could put normal skeletons though.
Normal skeletons, yeah.
Normal skeletons, magmas, and blazes, and blazes would be pretty fair.
Yeah. The thing I like about the wither skulls not being obtainable on the map, we've placed 3. We have 1 in Gerudo Town, 1 in the castle, and then 1 in the top of the Deku tree. So if you want to spawn the wither, you can.
Well, thanks. Now you just ruined it. Now everybody's gonna go after him now.
But yeah, I don't think it's that. If you want it to look very simple and not like a super complex design, I don't think that'll be too hard, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
it should be
like
quick.
A single block.
With me, like that's the reason I think it'd be great to have you for this project, because this is a pretty large thing to build for a vanilla guy, but for somebody who knows the mods, it's gonna be pretty quick.
Yeah. So you said you want like cylinders and like tower stuff. If you want to like outline what you're thinking to get like the size for me, then I can very easily like fill it all out with the actual structure itself.
Now we can also adjust it to be not exactly vanilla, which is the fun part. Nether brick. Nether brick. There's a cracked nether brick? That's a thing that exists?
It does exist, but you like can't even see the cracks because it's kind of so hard to discern.
So I was thinking, let me zoom out for another second. Yeah,
I can also just start putting shapes down. And
we like pillar here. That's about it's a cylinder like 8 blocks from side to side, from like diameter wise.
Diameter of 8.
Diameter of 8, and then we could like put another one across from it, hopefully symmetrical. On the other side here. Kind of like that. Yeah. So we could like use cylinders, because I mean we could build those really quickly.
Yeah, I'm about to put
and you
one
have that tool.
Here.
So that's nice. And then also behind it we can put kind of like a palace-looking nether fortress, which has a flat open platform with a few spawners on it. Like that's something we could do. Oh, some people are heading out from the chat. Nuclear Lemon, it was nice having you. Thanks for joining us. Is there any other stuff in the chat? I'm more open to the chat right now since I'm waiting for Grazzy to do things, like the little slave he is.
That's me. Yep, that's what I'm here for.
So subservient. So if anybody wants to ask any questions, I'm open to that. Oh, Swack makes a good point. Programmer art makes Minecraft feel liminal, and I'm all for that. Well said.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, can we raise these up a little bit more? By the way,
keep in mind, raise them up more.
Raise them up by like 10 more blocks, at least.
10 more blocks? Okay.
Actually,
let me do that.
Yeah, about 10 more blocks.
Okay, let me try that real quick. If I do that, does that work? No.
You're not the only one who liked the old nether bricks better, says Curio. Well, thank you. Do you have any plans to do an underwater-based dungeon around Lanayru, says Rinkus. Rinkus, I got you covered in aces. We got one already. And actually, I'll look at this one really quickly for you. This was, I think, the second one I made. The Water Temple of Lanayru, and it's actually at Lanayru Mountain, not Lineru, the Zora's domain. So maybe if there's some lore you could come up with that. I don't know what that lore is. But there is a water temple that is down here, and it's pretty well hidden, but very expansive. I want to make more dungeons like this. I call them ant maze dungeons because they're just small rooms and small tunnels that link up in a giant labyrinth. I think those are fun, and not too long to make, which is key. That's key. Can I do like /return? Is that a thing? I can't believe it is. /return's a thing.
That did work.
That's awesome.
I always thought it was /back.
I always thought it
was /back, so it's never worked for me. But I guess it's because I was using the wrong command. What do you think of that height?
Actually, I think it needs to be higher. I think 10 more blocks will be done though. 10 more blocks will be good. And then what I'll do is I'll decorate it with like a spire or something.
10 more, okay.
How is Grazzy playing if he doesn't have a computer in front of him? Maybe it is hidden behind bread. In front of him. Wait, what? Do you not have a computer, Grazzy?
I don't know what that's talking about.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Zildian. I mean,
my computer is like breaking currently. It is in the process of breaking and dying.
Oh, so okay.
Maybe they're referring to that. Yeah, I'm thinking with all the monetary gain that I'm gonna get from the finale, I might invest in a better computer because mine is kind of dying currently.
Oh, this is brilliant. Yeah. I like this actually. What you've done here.
All right. So then you want like a big structure.
So Thean made a joke about the emoji in my room. There's no computer in front of it.
It's not me.
Guys, Grazzy's here in the person. We have him.
It's not me.
We have Grazzy.
That is not me. I am not there in person.
My mom got that for Christmas like so many years ago, way before I met Grazzy. And I've gotten so much mileage out of it just because I know this man.
At my parents' place, I have one that's a cool emoji with sunglasses on, and that one is more like
that's
me.
mine.
No.
That's more like
that's
me.
I'm this one with sunglasses.
Have you ever seen the movie Sing?
I have.
With the koala guy named Buster Moon.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I watched the second third of that movie about 5 times recently. Because as a substitute teacher, when the teacher leaves, the easiest thing to do is make kids watch a video.
Right.
And they had already watched the first 30 minutes, so I watched the second 30 minutes with 5 different classes. Holy son of a lobster.
Does that work? Is that what you need? Sorry to interrupt.
that's kind of no, I was thinking more like an archway actually.
Archway. I can do an arch really easily.
Yeah. I was thinking an archway amongst
let me just find the center and I'll whip that up. You can continue your story while I do this.
Watching it 5 times, you notice things you don't think you would notice, but you start noticing them, like background characters. You just like start studying the way that they're animated or crowd animations. You go kind of crazy. You go a little bit crazy and start trying to look for every little thing you can to keep yourself entertained with the same movie. And the same thing happened with Coco recently, the Mexican film.
Coco's so good.
Coco is fantastic. After I watched it in class 7 times, that was 7 times. For just the first 30 minutes, I went out of my way to watch the rest of it that day. Incredible. I cried. I'm not ashamed to say that I cried.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a really good film. But with Sing, the reason I bring that up is and it's relevant. You were saying that you see yourself in the sunglasses emoji. Or yeah. I see the nerd emoji in you. For me, I see myself in the character of the koala in Sing.
Really?
I really do. I really do. I feel like Buster Mooney. Is it Mooney or Moon? Buster Moon?
I think it's just Moon.
Buster Moon. Yeah, Buster Moon. I see myself in him as this character who has tries to have this undefeatable sense of optimism. But things are constantly falling apart around him.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But when I'm substitute teaching, I'll be teaching and the chair will fall over or pencils will go flying and I'll be I don't know why that happened, but I'm just gonna go with it. I just live with the chaos, and he lives in the chaos too, and I love that.
Yeah. No, Brett, that block. I needed that block.
Oh, snap! Oh, that was the middle, wasn't it?
That block.
Oh no! I was like, why did I put that there? What's wrong with me?
It's fine. I can find it very fast. Okay. Don't break it this time.
Okay, I won't. So Grazzy, I wanted to ask, what character do you see yourself in that movie or any movie?
From any movie? Oh.
So in Sing, you have so many options. You have the elephant, although she's like a really shy
just
female.
Like the elephant.
You're like
I'm
a really
just like
shy
the
elephant. No. There's the mouse, Mike, who's awesome.
No,
I love
I'm
Mike.
not the mouse. I'm not the mouse.
I'm kind of the mouse, but not in like the crass kind of way, but in more of the I love the music of that era.
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't necessarily say I see a lot of myself in him, but like closest to me is what was his name? Johnny?
Johnny,
gorilla?
the gorilla. Yeah, he's a good one. He's a good one.
I wouldn't go as far to say I see myself in him, but he's probably the closest match that I can think of to myself, I guess.
You're right. There's not a lot of close matches in that film. Maybe you're the
Yeah.
sheep that mooches off of his grandmother and lives in the pool
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the sheep. That's true.
Yeah,
I didn't think of
that reminds me of you. No. Well, okay. Well, how about a different movie? Have you ever watched a movie and you thought like, oh, that's me? They made me in the film.
Again, not like, oh my god, that's literally just me in a movie, but like someone that I do kind of like relate to a lot and like see a lot of myself in is the main character, Andrew Neiman from Whiplash. Not a PG film, by the way.
Okay.
For everyone.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it, but the movie is basically about this guy who is trying, he's a drummer and he wants to become like the next big drummer, like the next great. And his music teacher is like super cruel.
Oh,
and, like,
this is the one with Simmons. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
Yeah.
Simmons, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just
the
kidding.
Film. And yeah,
Just kidding. Simmons.
his teacher is like pushing him really hard, and it's kind of a movie about like what is success worth? Is success truly worth the pain you have to go through for it? It's a lot of stuff like that. And I watched it recently. I actually watched it with Celios while he was visiting, and I kind of like relate to it a lot because I feel like I'm the same as the main character in the sense that for the things I want, the things I desire, I will like push through endlessly as much as I need to, regardless of the pain. And it's obviously not to the extreme lengths. I haven't experienced something similar with the extreme lengths that Andrew does in the film.
Yeah, I mean, it's harassment at that point, basically.
It kind of reminded me of the lengths that I've gone through for like the Breath of the Wild project, for like YouTube in general and content creation.
That's so deep.
With all the setback and how much I've like pushed for this my whole life. It kind of reminded me of that, I guess.
That's so deep.
And I feel like I'm the same way, in which I will push myself through endless amounts of pain to achieve like my goals or my dreams, you know?
That's intense. But like, I get that. And you have a knack for, it seems, these really big projects, like committing yourself to something that's insane to other people. But to you, it's like Tuesday.
That's the joy of it. The joy of it is how insane and ridiculous it was. Because I guess it's like, the harder it is, the more painful it is, the more satisfying it is to overcome and actually finish it for me, I guess.
Yeah.
And I've always enjoyed games like that, where it's just like constantly pushing yourself in the boundaries of your own skill. Not like PvP type of games, like a first person shooter game where you're like fighting against other players. Like,
yeah, because I mean that's kind of done to death, but also like
exactly.
that's PvP. It's like it's built in that it's going to be hostile. You're doing it in more of a productive way, or a constructive way, I should actually say. Literally a constructive way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I want to build something that'll like wow people. I'm going to confront people in a way that'll wow them. You're not a Technoblade.
Exactly. Pretty much, yeah, essentially.
Oh, this looks fantastic. This is really good.
Yeah,
and I like how
it's
built in by one block. I like that.
Yeah, I figured that would be the way to do it.
I like that you're taking the initiative on that. It's like you know how to build things.
It's almost like I've done this a lot. What I could also do potentially is the bottom of the arch. I could bring it out. I don't know if that's something you would want.
Oh, that I mean, that'd be kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, we could try that. There's not really much of a plan here. I could like sit down and make a plan, and I know that like there's all sorts of sayings like, if you're gonna chop a tree for 6 hours, the first 3 should be spent planning. But like, gosh, I just kind of want to do it because I don't feel like I have enough time.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's just like we gotta cook, guys. We gotta cook now. Otherwise, it's not happening. Especially like that slime dungeon. I'm gonna have to sit down and work my butt off to figure out how that's gonna look, because I don't want that to be a part of the main of like your 0.10 map if it looks crappy. If that's the case, I'm just gonna scrap the whole thing, right?
Fair enough, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like this idea. Yeah, you know, let's just fill it in.
Yeah, I assumed that's what you want. I
was thinking walkway, but no, actually, this works better. And then
Okay.
I'm thinking we could put like actually a ramparts here.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
gonna
put
extend-
slabs on it. I don't have slabs. Slab. That's it. Something like that. Yeah. Just to give it that castle-y vibe.
There we go.
Now, we got to figure out how to fill in the middle so that we have the things that we need. And what we could do is we could also have like back areas or tunnels that lead around, or we could have it wrap around to this side. Like maybe over here, there's like a big cylinder with the blaze spawners on it.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be kind of nice. How hard would it be to just like make a circle over here of that nether rack? It wouldn't need to reach the lava floor. This one could.
Oh, like just like dig a circular divot into the wall here? Is that what
more
you're
like
thinking?
coming out to about here.
Okay.
And then centered here, have a circle. And then underneath it, and then like in this area, we could have the have like a circle platform that stretches down.
Right.
Yeah, I think 10 feet. Maybe 20,
okay,
20 blocks, and then we put the blaze spawner on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me try something then. Let me.
Yeah.
Bring this out. I'll get a cylinder.
Hey, Brad, a builder's best friend is the debug stick, says Curio. Well said. Swack,
So,
you're
like-
just older and more refined than half the people here. Oh, well, that's a high compliment.
Is this what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah. Kind of like that, although now that I look at it, it does look weird if it doesn't reach the bottom. I think it needs to reach lava.
If it's shorter, then it might not look as weird. Like if it's like 3 blocks, it might look more like a platform than
Yeah. Although it's gonna need to be a lot wider. How wide is that? How many blocks is that diameter?
That is a diameter of 19.
Make it.
You probably can't.
Make it 25.
25.
Let's try 25. Yeah.
That I can do.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then could we put one of 30 or 40 right here?
30 or 40.
Yeah, and what we could do is we'll have back tunnels that lead from one to the other. So that
Right.
players can like have a little bit of a maze to go through. And then actually what we could do, if we want to be really creative here, is when people first enter, they can use these platforms as a way of reaching the top of the tower.
Okay, so you're saying like have these Oh, you mean like cross between them?
Yeah. Like we
Okay.
could have them like have tunnels that cross between them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can also do like hanging bridges pretty easily. as
Hanging
well, if
bridges.
that's
What do those look like?
Let me show you real quick.
Oh, you mean the ones that
like-
that's slope downward?
That like droop. Yeah, I can
Oh.
very, very quickly and easily give you an example. Like that, for example. This isn't a good example because it's not an even.
Where are we looking? Wait, what are
Right
we...
below you, right here.
Oh, down below. Oh, interesting.
So this one isn't really a good example because it starts lower down, but I can make them like if I just move this up. Let's say this was like an even platform. It could look something like this as a bridge. I can do things like that.
Nah, I don't think they make sense for bricks though.
Yeah, that is true. That is a good point.
Yeah, for bricks, I don't think it'll work. Cool idea, but let's bookmark that one. No, what we should do is, actually, I don't think we'll have a bridge here. So we can make a tunnel here that literally leads out to the other side.
You're gonna dig into a massive lava fall, though.
We can go behind it. That's okay. We could go behind it, and we could have an entrance somewhere around here. And this lava fall is coming from like 3 lava sources. If we get rid of those, then we could do whatever we want.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me just get rid of them really quick. Also, fun fact, you can sleep here. So if you ever want to sleep in the Nether, or the next best thing, then you can roleplay that.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, so we can easily, is it going away? Oh, now you have to manually get rid of it. Oh, interesting.
You just have to update it when I do this drain command.
Oh,
You just
interesting.
update it by placing a block near it. It'll start draining on its own again.
Yeah, so what we could do is we could have like an entrance here that people can use to get into it. This is the plan. This is the feel I've got for it. So it's a kind of linear dungeon idea of see entrance, go to entrance, then go through a few obstacles and get to the main thing, and then have rewards. But like, man, it works.
Yeah.
Swack says, sleeping in the Nether does confirmedly give you free diamonds. So make sure to try that.
I believe it. I believe it.
I totes believe it. I totes believe it. Grazzy, are you okay?
Am I okay? I am okay, yes. Why do you ask?
Like, are you... Just what happened to you?
What happened to me?
You just... I don't know.
I lived with Celio Spring for 10 days. Maybe that has had an effect on me.
Okay. Well, just know that we all care about you. And if you ever need something, we're here for you.
I'm grateful to
me and all 30 people watching this. I don't know how many people are watching it, but I'm assuming it's at least 30.
I am grateful to hear that. I don't know where this came from.
I don't know. I don't know either.
Man.
I was just like, I'm gonna like get real deep. Let's get like deep, man. No,
as soon
but
as we started talking about trauma, my mind went to living with Celia Spring.
that's a great sign of the friendship you both have. That is the first thing you think of when you think of trauma. I think that's a good sign.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
For sure.
We gotta carve the inside of these towers out eventually, but I don't know.
Oh, you want the insides carved?
Yeah, we don't know. Don't manually do it. We're gonna cut it out like ants, because we honestly, if the majority of it is netherrack, that's more accurate to actual Minecraft.
I was gonna say, because I could probably pretty easily carve them out with a command, but it'd be like entirely carving them out.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody said 64 in chat. Why are they spamming numbers? Oh, that's the amount of people in. Oh, 64 people are watching right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what?
That always happens with me. I always like ask a question, just like it kind of like a rhetorical question, where I don't really need or care for an answer, and then everyone in chat like 20 seconds later will answer me, and then I'll read it and I'll be like, "What are you guys talking about?"
Yeah,
because I have no idea what the context is anymore.
It's so long gone. It didn't even happen. It's not even real. No, I feel that. Hey, are you gonna eventually play Echoes of Wisdom? I know you didn't have a chance to because you were working on your big project.
I do intend to. Yeah, I do intend to. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it though, because I have a few games that I've been meaning to play for much longer than Echoes of Wisdom, and I was gonna play it after the Breath of the Wild project. So I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it, but I do want to get around to it eventually.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm a bit burnt out of Zelda, I think. I think.
No, I get that totally. I mean, I'm kind of
break.
burnt out as well of like some kinds of games, like Tears of the Kingdom. I'm like, 6 years, 7 years. I mean, 6 for me because I started a little bit later than other people. I'm like, I think that's almost enough of that. It's almost enough of that.
Yeah,
and I want to talk more about the older games now. Although I will still talk about Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. It's just I kind of need a break eventually from those.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of in an interesting spot. I'm like itching to play Tears of the Kingdom. Like I feel like I'm burnt out of Zelda, but I also like really want to play Tears right now, which is interesting because I have very openly stated how I'm not really a fan of the game. Like it didn't quite live up to my expectations, you know. But for some reason, I feel like I want to play it, and I don't know why.
Interesting. You have to follow that. You have to follow your dreams. What's
Yeah.
wrong? Why do these look bad? Why am I bad at games? I didn't. It should have gone down more. It should have gone down by like 2 blocks
I
instead of
can
1 block.
very easily change it if need be.
Yeah. Grazzy, can you fix it?
So what do you want exactly here for the
Make it go down a little bit so it's longer. So instead of going down by 1 block at a time, it goes down by
Gotcha.
2. I don't know what magic could possibly fix that. I doubt there's any specific command for it. For me,
You
I
just
think
want it to extend down more. You want me to make it
No. More like instead of going down by 1 block incrementally, go down by 2 blocks incrementally. So it's like a steeper slope.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I can't really do that very easily, but I can
no.
do it by
There's
hand.
no command for that. I think it's just like that.
I could make like an upside down cone if you want something like that.
Nah, I
Make
think it's almost done. Actually, I think it's almost done. It just needed a little bit.
Yeah, I
of
don't think
juice.
that looks bad.
Now it doesn't. It just looked really weird originally.
Yeah.
My brother, he's actually a far better Minecrafter than me. He knows how to build things, and he has like a concept of how color palettes work, and he blows me
Yeah.
away with his work. So if he ever watches these streams, he's probably gonna watch it and be like, "Oh dear brother, oh dear brother, I always knew I was the superior child." You know, kind of like that.
One of the biggest things with building is learning to look at blocks as colors and textures rather than what the block actually is. Like you have to stop caring about like, oh, why is this spaceship made out of wood? But in reality, you got to look at the blocks as textures and colors. It's not about the material, you know.
Yeah, you
that's
see
one
it
of the
as the
biggest
whole
things I had to get
pointillism. It's like
over.
pointillism.
Whatever that is, sure.
Oh, pointillism, like the paintings where it's a bunch of dots.
Oh, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it is, yeah.
It's like pointillism. That's kind of deep. That's as deep as they come, baby.
With survival building, like building a survival mode, I kind of do follow the principle of like using materials properly, but I stopped caring about that in creative mode. I stopped caring.
Yeah, you don't really need to care in this mode. It's fine. It's totes fine. Or you could be like me and resign yourself to mediocrity.
It's not. I wouldn't say mediocrity. It's just a different style. It's a more simplistic style.
Yeah.
It's got its charm for its own reasons.
I often like to say that I specialize with beta builds and micro builds. I like small builds.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Especially like for me as a person who like likes playing Minecraft but doesn't want to dedicate like hours upon hours to building. Ironically, I'm here right now doing it. But I especially with resource grinding, I don't like grinding resources. I like small builds. They feel right.
Yeah, I used to be the exact opposite of that. I used to play survival mode, and the whole enjoyment of me was like grinding out a ton of resources and just making like the biggest, craziest structure in survival mode. Like one thing I did in my old hardcore Minecraft series on my channel, the chunks, like the Minecraft chunks that you spawn in, are like permanently loaded in a survival world, which means if you build any like farms there, they're always running no matter where you are in the world. So what I did, I completely removed every single block except bedrock from my spawn chunks, which was like, I don't remember what the radius is, but it's a big area, and I just removed every single block in survival, and it was just bedrock.
Whoa.
So that I could build farms there. And I don't know how I used to do that, because now I'm the exact opposite. I'm like, I just want to build things and not have to worry about materials and such.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's just when we're younger. I mean, because when we're younger, we do stuff that now we look at and we're like, that's crazy. How did I have time for that? But like back then, we did actually have the time for it.
Yeah. And I think the enjoyment, it was more about getting the awe from like, oh my god, I can't believe the amount of time it took to grind that out, you know? That's kind of
Yeah.
where it came from back then.
That is
but
the
now
bragging
it's
rights.
just like, yeah. Now it's just like, the all comes from just designing the best build possible. It's not
Yes.
about gathering resources and spending thousands of hours soullessly digging a hole.
I get it. I get it. Man, we are the same person.
We are the same person. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen? Have you ever seen us in the same room before? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I can't even find you on the map. Can't even.
You guys hear that? He just admitted that I'm not the nerd emoji in his room.
Oh, no!
You fell into my trap.
No!
I'm not the nerd emoji.
How could you trick me like this? I thought we were friends. Why
You heard it
can't
here
we
first.
be
Confirmed. I
friends?
am not the nerd
Why
emoji.
can't we be friends?
That wasn't even my intention. I didn't even realize that until after I said it.
That's usually how most of my humor works too.
Yeah.
The humor comes
Accidentally slip up.
accidentally. Yeah.
I once tricked Celios with our whole Gricken saga. I once tricked him into thinking that I had been manipulating him for like 3 shorts in a row. And he was like mind blown. And I just kind of like went with it. I was like, I wasn't. I didn't do anything that he thought I did. But he basically thought I was a mastermind genius who was planning like 5 shorts in advance and accurately predicting what he was gonna do.
Does
And
he
I just
actually? Does he still believe that?
rolled with it. I was just like, yeah. No, he doesn't believe it anymore. Eventually, I told him, but like, I just kind of rolled with it for a bit. I was like, you fell right into my trap, and I had no idea what he was freaking out about.
Like Technoblade. Yeah, absolutely redonkulous.
Oh
Ah.
gosh.
I wish. No, I can't be an evil mastermind. I can't think that far ahead. My brain is simple.
I mostly just accidentally stumble my way into those situations, then roll with it.
I get that. You just accidentally and you roll with it. You're like, yep, this is something I did. I did it on purpose.
Yep, exactly.
Curio117 says, I once tricked somebody into thinking that Skyrim was an actual country near Serbia. Serbia? I think that's a made-up country, too. 2 made-up countries in a row. That's brilliant.
That's the real mind game. They're trying to get you to believe that's a real country.
One of my favorite examples of that is The Princess Bride.
Oh?
The Princess Bride book is really sarcastic and is also written in a really obtuse way that's impossible to explain to people unless you just sit down and read it. The book.
Right.
The movie is fantastic. Have you ever seen the movie?
I haven't, no. I've been meaning to, but I haven't actually seen it.
Okay, so let me explain the movie first, then I'll explain the book, because this will make this way easier. The movie is basically this. A sick boy is playing video games on his TV, and all of a sudden his grandfather visits and says, turn that off, I'm going to read you a story. And he pulls out this old family book called The Princess Bride and starts reading it to his son. And his son is like, this sounds gross, it's probably got kissing and whatever in it. And he's like, nah, it's a good book, let's read it. It's got fencing, fighting, torture, true love. Fast forward to the end of the movie, they read through the entire thing, and the son ends up loving it, and is like, hey, could you come back tomorrow and read it to me again? And the grandpa's like, as you wish. Boom. End film. There's all sorts of cool action and adventure that actually does happen, but that's not important for this story. What's important is, none of that happens in the book. Instead, the book is told from the perspective of a guy named William Goldman, the author, who says that he found a book called The Princess Bride that was written by a real-life historian, but that it's really boring. So he abridges it and only includes the good parts. So when you buy a copy of The Princess Bride at the bookstore, it says, The Princess Bride, the good parts version.
Interesting.
There's no actual unabridged version, but he's constantly pretending there is.
Right.
Which means that whenever people who have read the book get together, they all joke with each other like, hey, have you found a version of Simon Morgenstern's original Princess Bride yet? And they're all like, no, but we're almost there. I'm gonna find it one day. It's like
Yeah,
this
makes sense.
giant inside joke. Why was I
Yeah.
talking about that again?
I don't know how we got there either.
Something.
don't know how
Oh,
we got
mind
here.
games. It's just basically one giant mind game, which I love
Oh,
about it.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's one giant mind game. The Princess Bride.
That makes sense.
So sometimes in my streams, I'll also joke about it with people. I'll be like, "Yeah, Princess Bride, duh. I'm still looking for a copy."
Makes sense, yeah.
Makes
I
sense.
feel like there's a bunch of communities and fandoms that have like inside jokes like that. Like, I was big into Rubik's cubes for a while,
Oh.
solving those as fast as possible. And
We'll
it was
talk
like it was a big joke in the community. Whenever you tell somebody and show them you can solve Rubik's cubes, someone's always like, "Oh, my cousin could solve those in like 3 seconds." And it's never true, and nobody is ever truthful with that. But everyone always says it every single time you bring up Rubik's cubes to someone who doesn't know how to solve them. They always say it, or somebody always says, "I just peeled the stickers off," and it's
That's a good one too. That's a fun joke.
it's always, you hear that all the time, and it's like, yeah, I haven't heard that before.
That's a new one. Oh boy. Yeah. No, I it's usually like 1 minute. It's like your friend that you think can do it in 3 seconds actually does it in like 2 minutes, which is still pretty good, you know, but like
Yeah.
not nearly world record breaking.
Yeah, no. That's the thing. Doing it in 3 seconds would be pretty much world record breaking. Like that is the, I don't remember what the world record is anymore. I haven't caught up, like, I haven't kept up with it in recent years, but I'm pretty sure the record is like the low 3s or something.
Yeah, so that's completely bogus to say that you could do it faster than that.
Yeah, no. Finding somebody who can solve it faster than 10 seconds is a rare thing, like super rare.
Crazy.
Those people aren't common. It's funny, actually, that's probably not relevant to this, actually.
Hey,
go on a
if you
tangent.
you
It's not
can go on
relevant.
tangents, please do.
So there's a Mario Kart YouTuber named Shortcat.
Okay.
If anyone has ever watched Mario Kart, he's the guy you know of. He has like 400k subscribers, right? He's probably the biggest, most well-known Mario Kart YouTuber. And I had never watched him, but when Celio started getting into Mario Kart with me, he started sending me videos from the Shortcat guy. And I never really watched them because they were all like basic knowledge stuff that I had already known because I'd been playing longer than Celio's. But eventually I watched one and I recognized the voice.
Well, okay.
And I'm like, I've heard this guy somewhere before. I have heard this guy. And it took me like 10 seconds to realize that it is the exact same voice of probably the largest Rubik's Cube YouTube channel in the world.
No way! He switched to Mario Kart.
A guy named JPerm. That's the YouTube channel, JPerm. I think he's like 1.5 million plus in terms of subscribers.
That's nuts.
Because I used to watch him all throughout middle school and high school when I was really big into Rubik's Cubes. And then all of a sudden I hear his voice again on this this Mario Kart channel. And I was telling Celios, I sounded schizo. I was like, yo, dude, this is the same guy. This is the same guy. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I had to like send him videos. But the thing is, Shortcat has never confirmed that he is the same person.
Well,
However,
he hasn't denied it either, has he?
Yeah, I don't think he's denied it. And JPerm's upload schedule stagnated at the exact same time Shortcat started. And what do you know? They're both Canadian. And what do you know? JPerm had a Mario Kart video on his channel. And it's like, I connected the dots instantly. And it was like, I can't describe the feeling. I felt like I was like a world-class detective.
You just cracked the
cracking
case.
code.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cracked the case.
How close am I? Oh, I'm really close. There we go. Okay, few problems.
Few problems?
Yeah, number one, I hit gravel. That means I exited the nether on accident.
I can easily fix that.
Yeah, second thing, what are you doing right now?
I can do whatever you need me to right now.
Okay. Yeah, so I have a task for you. This is really simple. Can you just, like, make a series of tunnels in this bedrock? Not bedrock, stupid. Netherrack. Wait, is that what it's called, netherrack? It's like bedrock, but it's netherrack? I don't know, that's stupid. But yeah, man, like, could you just like make a series of tunnels? Or like somehow make these tunnels that connect each of these interesting in some way? Because I built like an outline, but I don't know how to make them interesting off the top of my head.
Do you want them to be like rocky and cave-like, or?
No, I'm not talking build. I mean like death, traps, puzzles, monsters. Also, I mean textures too. But like, if you have any ideas for that, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Oh.
I can easily do it if you can't, but like, yeah, like try and think like, okay, I have a nether dungeon. What are some unique things I can do with that I can't do with other dungeons to make this?
Let me think.
Spicy?
Yeah, this isn't my area of expertise, but I'm sure I can do something.
Yeah,
surely.
because what I like to do when people are helping me is just say, okay, so like this is your section, have fun, and then like I work on another part, so we actually like get twice as much done.
Yeah, I can work on some of these. So you're saying the ones that are like around here on the left side, that's what you're talking about?
Yes, on the left side. Basically make that your home turf and make it as interesting or crazy as you want. You could also redecorate it if you want. That would probably be more than enough, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can probably figure something out.
Yeah.
Mario
Kart equals Rubik's Cubes, says Zeldian. Paul Craig says, Link or Zelda? I prefer Link because, well, I don't know what that question means, but I'm gonna go with Link because I feel like I've been playing as Link a lot longer than Zelda. Although Zelda's pretty cool too. Zelda's pretty cool too. Somebody in chat says, maze! 3 exclamation marks.
I could do a maze. Right now, this vertical shaft, I think I want to do like a parkour challenge up around like a lava fall potentially, maybe.
Ooh, good idea. Good idea.
Right now.
And if you think it's claustrophobic, you could fix it. Somebody in chat is saying they hate the fact that it's only 2 blocks tall. I like making my dungeons.
Opening this up.
I like making dungeons that feel like that though because it makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah, I agree.
This might not be that one
challenge.
That might not
be
a
parkour challenge. I need a bit more room. I'm not gonna do the whole thing parkour, but like for this small segment at least, I'm gonna open it up a bit and do get some room for some parkour stuff. This should work out all right.
Yeah. This is what I'll do.
Oh wow. This is I can't believe we made this area this big, this whole like cavern area.
Did we make it too big?
I don't know. I did this like ages ago.
Oh, I mean, we're not going to fill it all with nether dungeons. A lot of this, I'm just going to put, like, magma cubes with name tags.
Yeah.
Or magma cube spawners. And then some of it I might have Easter eggs. Like, I think it'd be fun to have a rental station for the lava walker dudes.
Oh, yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah, because those also aren't on the map in any capacity, so adding things like that is something I'd like to do. Just little things for players to do if they want to engage with the nether.
Yeah.
If I had more time, like I said, this dungeon would connect to the others underground in some way. Don't have time for that. Cool idea. Don't have time for that. Not happening.
Yeah.
Which seems to be the punchline. Seems to be the punchline to a lot of these ideas. It's like, would be cool if I had more time. Have more time, not I.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thanks again for letting us try this. I think this is.
Yeah, of course. It definitely adds like an element to the map that was, like you said, it was really missing.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not the best guy for it, but I'm trying my best.
I don't know. I feel like you might be, with the way you approach things and like the way you think about them. You might be the best person I know for this task.
We'll see.
It's turning out cool so far.
So far. Needs a lot of work, especially the frickin' slime dungeon. Frick that guy. All my homies hate the slime dungeon. I'm never gonna live that down. Slime dungeon. Okay, what do I do here? Do I make a maze or do I make a mansion? Bread, if you name a spawn egg, the mobs it spawns will spawn with that name. So I think if you put an egg name in a spawner, it will spawn the named mob? Oh, interesting. Is that true? Grazzy, is that true? If I name an egg?
I'm not sure if that works from spawn eggs.
Well, let's just test it out.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna just try and butterfly click my way to do this really quick. And then we'll have another wall here. Yeah, so we will make this an indoors kind of thing. My inspiration for this is admittedly kind of Bowser's Castle from New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is lava, and it's at like the end of a giant set of bridges, so it just feels right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, this music is crappy. Oh, what am I listening to? It's DS music. Oh, Quinn Bobin's in the chat. Welcome, Quinn Bobin. It's nice to have you.
Yo, Quinn.
Stop saying you like the slime dungeon. The slime dungeon is disgusting and gross. Stop it. You're a goblin. You're just like Link. Freaking goblin. Okay, what was I saying?
I think that's a compliment to say someone's like Link.
Oh, I don't know. In Quinn Bobin's videos, maybe not. Okay, let's try.
I think we all need to be a little more like Link.
You mean like going around smashing people's furniture and?
Yeah, like that part. We all need to be more acceptable.
Attacking chickens.
And attacking chickens. Yeah.
Because we want more bacon. I guess that does work.
It works. Wait, bacon from chickens? Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Yeah. Okay. So when you name something with an egg and then you place it down, it does keep the name. So let's see if I make a spawner and I put Quinn inside of it, because Quinn is a camel for some reason. Do we get more Quinns? Let's see. Actually, maybe I need to get rid of these guys. I'm not seeing anything spawn from this spawner.
You might just give it a moment, maybe?
Quinn just had a bad day. Quinn is just...
You're gonna kill Quinn!
Goodbye, Quinn.
God. Oh my god!
Goodbye, Quinn. I'm sorry. Yeah, Quinn's in there. Quinn should be in there.
Maybe it just like...
Quinn,
I don't know
why
it's not working.
It's not working.
Maybe
Oh, Quinn. Okay, Quinn said this in chat. When did they add camels? What? And then his next message was, no!
It's like kinda recent. Within the last couple years, within
the last couple of years, yeah. I've never used them in vanilla.
I've never used them either. No, I haven't. I've like never messed with them.
See, that's why I like building in the beta style, because modern Minecraft feels almost like it's all mods. Just something about it feels so... I
wonder if a different mob would work. Like if I get let's try a blaze spawn egg, and I'll name this guy.
Right, because maybe it'll feel better about coming out if it's in the actual nether. Like if it's a nether monster.
Yeah.
It's too bright for anything to spawn, says Oldian. That doesn't make sense for a camel.
It's pitch black in this room. We just have night vision.
Oh yeah.
It's literally pitch black in here.
Oh yeah, and we have night vision. That's actually one thing which is going to be kind of fun for players, I think. Trying to figure out how to navigate when everything is pitch black and making the most of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't intend on putting lights in most of these areas. Oh, are they named?
Wait. Oh, they're not named. It doesn't work.
Ah!
I still don't know why the Quinn spawner refuses to work.
No Quinn allowed. Is there something about the biome above us that doesn't work? Can't be. I don't think
so.
We're in a weird biome.
We're just in a normal plains biome, technically.
Normal plains. By the way, I noticed the oceans finally got updated so we can have ocean squids now instead of just glow squids.
Oh wait, what?
Wait, did we not?
What do you? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what that means.
What?
Squids, but now glow squids. What are you talking
Blacks,
about?
like black normal squids.
Oh, you mean I actually like added the ocean biome itself?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did that. That's actually a while ago.
Must have been
a few months ago.
I mean, because during the survival server, because a few months ago we had a server where we tested it out in survival how the map would work. We only had glow squids. there were only glow squids in the ocean. So getting ink for books or whatever else you want ink for, like black dye, was just impossible unless you tried fishing for hours.
Yeah, I did that a while when I was doing like all the cleanup work around the map. Something I did, I basically I added proper biomes to every location that needed a proper biome.
Okay.
So yeah, we should be able to get stuff like that.
Okay, so that's
should
nice
theoretically
now.
mean that theoretically means as well that things like drowned can spawn, so we could get tridents potentially.
Okay, so Ombrines will love that.
Yeah, if I did, I think I'm gonna try the content creator SMP. I'm gonna at least try.
The more I talk about it, the more you're like, yeah, this is good.
And
Right.
it's also like it's something that if I don't do now, I feel like I'll regret missing the opportunity later. You know. So I think I'm gonna like just start reaching out to creators, see how much interest there is, and then
I just hope that whenever
we'll
you do it, it doesn't happen to be on something like, I don't know, like somebody's wedding is happening, or like it's finals week at school.
Well, the thing is, it'll probably happen within a couple weeks, ideally.
Oh, really? Like that soon?
Well, if I do it after the project is done, I don't think there'll be much interest.
You got to be
So I'm thinking,
that's
like-
tricky with Christmas time.
Yeah, that's what I'm. That's what
You got to
I'm
do it before
conflicted
Christmas.
about. I think interest will be greater before Christmas.
And that is when ad revenue is really high, so maybe
It is when ad
that'll
revenue is
attract
really
people?
high.
Well, that'll be great for you. I don't know if it'll actually attract anybody, because then that begs the question: do they want to risk making streams during high ad revenue season, or do something they trust that they're already working?
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
Maybe
with
you should do
why
it in
I've been-
January instead, because that's when
Yeah.
people will be like, nothing better to do,
I guess.
and then you get a bit more time to plan. And for
I
me,
would have
I get
more
more
time
time
to
to add
plan.
dungeons.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I've already got the
selfishly,
plan,
it's like,
that's
yeah, it's all about the
solid.
dungeons, my good sir. We need
My-
more time for the dungeons.
My kind of idea with it is I'm gonna make it, well, I think I've already shared with you the idea. We've hidden Eyes of Ender in every single Divine Beast, and we put the end portal in the Ganon boss arena. So to visit the end, what you have to do is visit all Divine Beasts and then go to the castle, just like in Breath of the Wild. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like a big reward of some kind in the end, but it's only gonna apply to like 1 or 2 people, so it can't be shared by a big group, essentially. So basically the idea is I want to spark war and conflict over who possesses the Eyes of Ender, so that they can go to the end and get the reward.
You know what I think would make a
Because-
really good reward at the end?
What's that?
A big stack of bread.
Of course.
I really think that. I think I would die for that. I would
No, I
would
wanna
kill my
keep it
friends and
secret, I
allies for
think.
that. Oh,
I
so you-
think I want to
okay.
keep it secret. I don't know if I don't have an idea in mind yet, but I think I want to keep it secret and let people figure it out when they get there.
Make
But
it an Eye of Ender.
basically-
Those are really rare.
Yeah, true. I think the way the server would end is after like a couple weeks of the server being open, there'll be a day where I slowly close the border in around Hyrule Castle,
Ooh.
and then last player standing wins.
Oh, that kind of.
Um,
Dang, that sucks, because I want to put my base in Eventide. Although, to be fair, I know where my dungeons are and what my puzzles are in them, so I'm not actually going to be engaging that much in the game. My plan is this. I want to be a journalist and make journals based off of what's happening in the world, and then try and distribute them to various factions for prices.
Gotcha.
I think that'd be super fun.
Yeah. The thing is, though, when I say it slowly closes in, I only mean that'll only happen on the final day of the server. It won't be, like, slowly over time. For the final day, the border starts to close in, and it'll basically become hardcore, so it'll turn into, like, last player standing. Wins $10,000.
Your Fortnite is showing.
Yeah, I invented Fortnite, that's true, yeah.
Hey, I actually have a friend. This reminds me. I have a friend who got addicted to Fortnite before college. And then it was like his dirty secret that like he's addicted to Fortnite, but like was trying to like get over that addiction. I'm like, dude, that's like the lowest tier thing to be disappointed by.
Yeah.
He's
that's
like,
not that bad.
like he's like, it's like I can't let anybody know. I'm like, no, I think it's fine. I think that's fine, but he hasn't played it in years.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Fortnite when it first came, like when it was first big. It was really good, but they kind of ruined the game.
Well, season
They
2
added
is
way
coming.
too much.
Season 2 map is back. Something I heard.
Yeah, I've already been talking with my brothers. I think my brothers and I are gonna get back on and play it just like the old days, but they just made it too complicated. Like, there's so much to it now. It was so simple and nice back then, but now it's just like crazy over the top, and it's not as fun.
I see. And how would you improve upon it?
Just honestly make it more simple. Just pretty much revert it back to what it was. The map was a lot better, but also just like the weapons that you use in the game were very, very simple. And like now there's like crazy different variations to weapons, and you can like get different attachments to your weapons that you add on. And there's like all these different like power up kind of things. When before it was just like, oh, you have these weapons and that's kind of it.
I see. I haven't played it Fortnite actually, but I understand the appeal of like going back to the basics. Because I mean,
Yeah,
I've been saying the same thing about Minecraft for the last 2 hours.
It's basically like if Minecraft came out with an update where they had like Elven God Sword, and you can get all kinds of different attachments to add to your sword. You can get like a longer blade, or you can do all these different things to customize. It's basically like if Minecraft did that. That's essentially.
And that's why some people
best
were worried
comparison.
about the netherite equipment.
Yeah, that's why some people were worried about netherite. Yeah, but I think netherite's fine.
Netherite is fine. I think it's nice to have new tiers. Although, and you know, it's fine because diamond isn't that much worse. Diamond is still a big tier to get to.
I think the existence of netherite is fine. The only thing I've heard that it really messes up is like PvP, but I'm never really doing that side of Minecraft stuff. So.
It's the durability side of things. It messes with durability, is what I hear.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing.
I don't really care. I think it's neat to have another tier there. Although I've never actually made netherite myself, and I understand it's kind of difficult to get a hold of all of the resources.
It's definitely time consuming. Yeah, I've done it before. It's grindy. It takes a lot of work.
I think it'd be really fun to play a map. Oh, okay, no, sorry, I should rewind. I've seen a survival game called Naked and Afraid on Minecraft. And the way that it works is that if you wear armor, then you take damage. So nobody's able to wear armor the entire time, and their goal is to defeat the dragon in hardcore. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I'd like to play on a
maybe
survival
seen
world like
that.
but maybe not hardcore.
Yeah.
So that, you know, you could actually have adventures and goofy stuff happen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then also you could use your skins, you know? For once, I
That's
could show
true,
off my
yeah.
Link skin.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people, like what a lot of content creators do now when they're playing on like servers and stuff. They'll download resource packs that make armor a lot less visible so that you can actually like show off your skin and like, you know,
Yeah.
see other players instead of just the armor.
Somebody in the chat is asking, what's the plan for this dungeon so far? Thank you, Space Strat, for the question. Right now, the plan is to make it have things inside of it that are deadly. Grazzy, what's our plan?
You're the one who's making this, bro.
Guys, look, Grazzy made
parkour
something
thing.
really cool over here. Look at this really sick parkour.
It's not done yet, but it's functional.
Ah, I died.
It's
my
not
character
super
died.
difficult. It should be simple enough to where not many people will actually like full on die. I think. I don't know.
Something
I'd
I
say
do
by
is I don't
fall.
make a lot of parkour because I assume that when players get to it, they're just gonna build. Because when I build these dungeons, I
You know what?
like to build
I
them. No. This is good. Because if players want the challenge, they can accept it. If they don't, they can just treat it like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that being an aspect here.
So here's something to keep in mind. When you're building traps and puzzles for this, go in with the assumption that they're going to treat it like Minecraft. Make Minecraft traps and puzzles, which usually means it involves exploration, booby traps that hopefully they can avoid if they're clever, And monsters. Did I say monsters already? I'll say it again. Monsters. Yeah. So like just kind of like how I handle things.
Yeah. That is a good point. I did not think about.
No. It's good actually. I think what you did is really good. Like players are gonna get to that and be like, oh, it's time to do parkour, and then like the other half will be like, okay, whatever. And they're gonna treat it like Indiana Jones in the first movie when he shoots that guy, who's the sword wielder. Have you seen Indiana Jones?
I do, but I haven't seen it in so long that I don't remember it very well.
The scene in question is the one where he's in the marketplace, and there's this swords guy that comes out, and he's like ready to duel Indy, and Indy just gets his gun out and shoots him. That's how players will feel, which I think is good. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's true.
You will help them
it's
feel
just
cool.
like Breath of the Wild. You can solve the puzzles in any way you wish.
Exactly. Now you're starting to get it. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it, Grazzy?
I am feeling it.
Let's go! Let's go! I wish my cat was here.
I want a cat so bad.
You don't have a cat?
I don't have a cat. No.
Oh my gosh. Everybody, can we post some sobbing emojis for Grazzy?
Yeah, because I'm renting an apartment with my brother who A, doesn't like cats, and B, is mildly allergic, so...
Sounds like a lot of not my problem.
But also, like, if I get an animal, I don't want to, like, cram them in a small apartment, you know? I want to make sure they have, like, room to run around and move around properly, you know?
That makes sense. That does make sense.
So I don't think I'd want to, like, get an animal like a cat or a dog or anything. I mean, a cat's the only animal I have interest in keeping as a pet, so I don't think I'd want one when I'm renting.
Yeah, we will make this a floor. This will be a floor. So many sobbing emojis in the chat. Oh. Somebody's saying I should add the combat trials from Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Again, no, I can't do that. They think I'm a wizard, Grazzy. They think I'm a wizard. They think I'm like.
Chat always thinks people are like crazier than they actually are.
Yeah, I'm not like oh, what's his name? I'm not like Merlin from old British history, and I'm gonna move the giant stones and make Stonehenge. I'm not gonna do that. I'm more like the kid in the backyard who's picking his nose, playing with dirt, and it's like, Grazzy, look, I made a dungeon. And Grazzy looks down and he's like, that's very nice, son. That's very nice.
Oh, man. Maybe a little bit.
Grazzy, what time zone are you in again? You're in Central, right?
Yeah, I'm in Central.
When I was messaging you earlier today, I thought you were in Mountain Time originally. Then I'm like, wait a minute, Mountain Time's not Central Time. So my message to you was going to be, what was it? Let me check. I was gonna write a message to you saying, oh, would you be okay doing a live stream at 5 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time? I do not know what time that is in Mountain Troll time. That's originally what I was gonna write.
Oh, yeah.
Instead, I was like, oh, he's in Central Time. I gotta instead make a different joke. So my joke was gonna be, I don't know what flyover state time is relative, but instead I left the word troll. So now when I contacted Grazzy, I was like, Grazzy, are you available for 5 p.m. EST? I don't know what time that is in flyover state troll time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when I didn't like fully comprehend what you said when I read that, but I was like, I don't know what that means.
This is like so nobody in chat's gonna like fully comprehend what I just said, but me and you, like, we fully get it. Like that was like a setup for a joke, and the joke ended up just like a sad, soggy cookie. Like, it was bad.
Yeah. I remember I saw that and I was like, I don't know why he wrote it like that, but yeah.
So I accidentally tried combining two jokes into one. But yeah, how does it feel to be in states that don't matter?
You know, it's kind of nice because at least, like, I don't have like a huge like bad reputation or anything, I guess, because like nobody ever thinks of the state. But it's also nice because what I've learned from Stelios' time being here, the area I live in is actually really, really cool and awesome and nice.
Oh.
So it's like, it's kind of like a hidden gem. It's like it feels like I live in a secret village and nobody knows how cool it is here except me and the few people who live here, you know?
Oh, well, that's kind of nice.
So it's honestly nice. I really do enjoy not being in the way of everything, not being in one of the big name states that's always getting itself into trouble.
It's
Yeah.
cool. It's nice. It's fun.
Freaking Californians, Texans, and New Yorkans, and all the others. Frick those guys. That also means frick myself because I live in New York, but not that New York. I live in the good New York.
The good side, yeah.
Yeah, the rural part of New York. All my homies love rural New York.
I don't think I've ever been to New York myself, sadly.
I don't know. Is that a sad thing? Well, my part of New York is really
maybe
nice.
it's not a sad thing.
Western New York is really nice. It has a lot of attractions in the Finger Lakes area. Do you know what the Finger Lakes are?
I do not know.
History lesson! Okay.
Oh.
Back in 1775, America declared independence. And a bunch
go.
of natives were living in this area called the Finger Lakes. They had a tribe called the Iroquois tribe, the Five Nations. Well, they decided to side with the British, and they started attacking settlers on the frontier during the war that were pro-American independence. And George Washington thought that was kind of cringe, so he sent this guy named Sullivan to make an expedition down to where these Finger Lake people were, and to stop them from being cringe, which involved mass exodus of evacuating all of them out of the area and burning down all their villages.
Oh, that's delightful.
Isn't it? So, a bunch of Americans moved in and made towns and named them after a bunch of generals from the war. Like, Chemung, I think that's named after a general. And Schuyler, what's another one? Is Allegheny? What's Allegheny named after? I don't know. Anyways, the point being that this area has like really cool history. There's like a lot of interesting history from the battles that took place there. But nowadays, instead, the attractions you find are mostly vineyards, because by the lake, it's really good for growing grapes. So there's lots of wineries. There's a
Right.
NASCAR track not too far away, and there's tons of hiking trails. The rolling hills and valleys also make it look really pretty. And of course, if you want any aquatic activities, you can do those at the lake. So Finger Lakes are really nice. Also, It's a Wonderful Life. Do you know that film?
I do not believe so, no.
It's a Wonderful Life is a film that was made in like the 40s or 50s. It's based off of this location.
Gotcha.
Oh, and Seneca Falls. Do you know Seneca Falls, the Seneca Falls Convention? History?
I don't know that either.
Ah, gee. Okay, this is a big historic event. That's when all the women got together and were like, hey, wouldn't it be great if we had voting rights? And they wrote it down that it'd be great if they all had the right to vote. And they made a convention about it. I don't actually know what happened at the convention, but that happened also in this area, so that's kind of cool.
Ah, the more you know.
The more you know. Yeah, so I like this area. I think it's nice.
That's good to hear.
It occurs to me that I mostly did that as a way of splieling about history instead of actually talking about my area. But, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I was gonna say, I don't know how we got here, but you know what?
Fine with me.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, this will relate. And then afterwards I'm like, wait a minute, that related? That didn't make any sense. Oh, well. The universe generally agreed that the bread pirate is kind of bad at telling relevant stories. Okay, I made a big box.
Let's go. I'm trying to figure out how to make this trap
We're struggling so much.
an actual trap. Because I was designing this whole trap where like there's like a pressure plate area that you have to like walk through and avoid the pressure plates or lava drops down on you. But then I realized you can just open the dispensers and take the lava out.
That's okay. You can
I
let
guess,
people feel
But
clever.
It's pretty. I guess you might be right.
Yeah, like you gotta let players feel clever is the thing.
They gotta feel clever even though they're not.
Yes, I mean we know that they're idiots.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Actually, game design is kind of like that. It's a lot of guiding people in a way that you think might be like babying them, but genuinely, like if they don't have that guidance, they won't be able to figure it out. So one of the jokes in the game dev community, speaking of obscure jokes that are only community specific, is that you need to put yellow paint on things for players to find out where to go next. Yeah. There's a big joke amongst game devs that like if you want your players to go to the right place, you gotta put yellow paint on the thing they gotta go to. But genuinely, it is really hard to find out where to go sometimes in games without having some kind of clever lighting or some kind of hint like that.
Yeah.
It's not because we're dumb. It's just because like in 3D spaces, it's hard to navigate.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Nether.
That's pretty much done here. I just gotta put lava in them.
So you plan on releasing your big video soon, right?
Yeah, so my plan is hopefully Friday I will be releasing the Hyrule Castle video, which is just going to be like all my other videos. It'll be going over the construction of Hyrule Castle and just everything I've done since the last video. But then in December, I will be releasing the grand finale video.
And that's the big one.
That's the big one. It's going to be like 60, 90 minutes long. Probably, if I were to guess. And it's going to compile the whole project into one massive video. And it's going to... With that is the world download. The world download is going to release with that the big bad video. But my biggest concern with the grand finale has always been like I don't want to just like stitch all of the videos together and then call it good. I want to tell parts of the story that have never been told before. Like I want to tell more about the story of myself during those videos, and it's less it's going to be less like I built this, here's the build. It's going to be more like this is the story of how I did it, how I overcame these obstacles.
That's really good.
Yeah. Basically put a new spin on it. And I already have like my vision for the script, and I am really excited. I think it's going to be really, really cool. But another thing I'm doing, I will finally be revealing what the entire map looks like when it's loaded in at the same time.
Ooh.
Which, Brett, you cannot show this on stream because it's a spoiler, but I can send you a screenshot if you are curious.
Okay, I'll look at it afterwards so I don't tempt myself or accidentally show it. I don't know how I would accidentally show it, but you know, we're dealing with me.
I'll send it anyways, and you can.
The ineptitude of the bread pirate knows no bounds.
You can look at it later when it's whenever you wish.
Oh yeah, I'll look at the goods. That's gonna be juicy.
Yep.
Brett, how long do you intend on streaming, says Nuclear Lemon? I don't know, actually. I was just thinking we could go for like 6 or 7 hours.
6 or 7 hours? Oh my gosh.
I'm joking.
You expect me to go without dinner for that long?
Oh, you haven't had dinner yet? Yeah, I crammed in dinner before this. Yeah, you probably need to go get that.
I've got a little bit longer left in me. I've got a little bit more time still.
Well, I'm trying to... Grazzy, I think
was that your excuse to end stream, that I had to go get dinner?
No, I'm looking at this. I think I just accidentally made a woodland mansion in the Nether.
I think it's fine, honestly.
I think it'll work.
It's got the castle-y look to it. I think it's fine.
Let me back up. I want to see this from a distance and see how it looks. Yeah, you know what? That's not bad. It's not great, but it's okay. I think it needs more lava, though. It needs lava as an accent. Like, lava needs to be somewhere here.
Yeah, you could have, like, little lava channels.
Let's put lava on the windows on the top. Let's just put lava everywhere. Let's, like, make it that behind these windows is lava.
Cover the whole thing in lava.
Let's back up. Let's back up, Grazzy, okay? A little bit too much enthusiasm here.
Did I go too far? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, too much enthusiasm. No, it's more like this. There we go. That'll have a nice red accent, which will. Does that look right? No, that doesn't look right. It's okay. We're dealing with it anyways. We're gonna do this anyways. We'll do that, and then we're gonna actually have a lava stream here. Yeah, we could actually have like lava all over the place. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Trust the process, Grazzy. Trust it.
I trust.
Oh dear. I gotta stop that from doing anything bad. There we go. Maybe this will be easier. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, we'll do that. Good enough. That's what you want to hear from your builders.
Yeah, that's always a great sign.
That's always a great sign. Your builder is like, yeah, I can't figure out how this works, but that'll be fine. Just like programming. I love seeing programmer memes now that I know a little bit of programming. Not a lot, but just enough that I could look at it and be like, oh yeah, I get this joke.
Yeah.
That's the best amount of knowledge to have.
That is true. I activate this little trap.
Horleton had. You should see the trap that me and Horleton were trying to make yesterday. It was hysterical. Like, I took 5 minutes to make like a really simple redstone contraption, and Horleton was like over here for like half an hour trying to figure out how to like do the exact same trap, but he was like, oh no, it's not working the way it's meant to be. Why won't it work?
Oh man.
Redstone is like that. Redstone is just like that. It's a nightmare to try and get it to work.
I remember for the old SMP that Celios had, he needed me to make like a redstone machine, right? But
yeah,
you know, it was lore. It was something that was scripted, so like it didn't actually have to work. It was like a fake machine that did something fake, like made up. So the machine didn't actually have to work. So I made it really stupid and like not very functional, just enough to get the job done, right?
Yeah.
And I spent like 3 hours working on it, and it was like 2 a.m. But then Halziki shows up, and he's like, "No, this won't do. This doesn't work at all." And I'm telling him, "Halziki, it's a made-up machine. It doesn't actually do anything." But no, it had to be perfectly functional. So at this point, it's already like 2, 3 a.m. and I have to sit there for another 2 hours while Halziki is just tinkering with my stupid machine. And I don't want to leave in case he messes it up and then it's not ready for the stream tomorrow.
Oh my god.
So I'm just sitting there and I keep telling him, I'm like, stop messing with it. I need to go to bed, bro. And he's like, no, this won't do. This is preposterous. And I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that is so Halziki. He's just like the perfectionist, like, yeah, we got this, guys. Hold on tight. Yeah, Howie will save the day.
I just wanted to go to sleep.
That reminds me of that time we were up working on your Tears of the Kingdom thumbnail. Like, I got a call at like 1 in the morning, or maybe it was midnight. I don't remember exactly. And you guys were like, hey, we're working on a thumbnail. Could you help me out? You know, I don't know how I got roped into that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And I was there until 2 o'clock, but I think you guys stayed up another hour past that, working on just that thumbnail.
Yeah.
That was wild, but kind of cool too. That was magical.
Yeah. I remember it was just like me and Celios in a call, just like, you know, friends being friends. We were just talking, and I like randomly brought up. I was like, yeah, I'm having a hard, like, the thumbnail I've chosen doesn't work. And so he started shooting me ideas, and so I started trying them. And then somehow Halziki got in the call, and we were troubleshooting. We were like trying to figure it out. And then you got in some, I don't know how it all happened.
But
I just know it went from a normal call
larger.
between friends. Yeah. And it turned into that. It turned into a massive thumbnail brainstorm session for like 3 hours. It was fun though.
Good times. Good times.
It was fun.
It was the best of times.
And I actually, You're
not gonna finish. Wait. Does that not bother you?
What?
I didn't finish the sentence.
You didn't finish the sentence?
Oh, it's the best of times. It was the worst of times. I don't know. I just kind of expected that to bother you more.
I haven't heard that say. I didn't
Oh
know
no, that's Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens.
Oh no, I haven't read it.
I haven't
thought
read
you
it,
were
but
just,
like that's just a
trailing
really
off.
it's just a really big like piece of literature.
Yeah, no, I never heard it. I never heard it. But
Interesting.
I have actually, you know me. I've always been on like the 4 a.m. sleep schedule.
Yes.
It's actually fixed now.
You
I'm
fixed your
actually
sleep
in a normal
schedule. That's a
sleep
lie.
schedule.
That's a lie, and
I'm
I
not
don't believe
kidding.
it.
I'm not
I
kidding.
don't believe it.
I'm going to bed at midnight and I'm waking up at 8 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not bad.
It is never. The last time it was this good was probably like a year before we met.
At least you never got Celio's spring levels of terrible
yeah,
sleep
his
schedule.
was so bad. His was so bad. But
Oh
that's
my
actually what
goodness.
fixed it. When he was visiting, I had to fix my sleep schedule for all the stuff we were doing, and I was
Wow.
like, you know what? I'm gonna make an effort, and I'm gonna try and make sure that it stays good. And it has. I've been keeping it up.
I'll be
It's been like
darned.
a week and a half. And it is awesome.
Oh, that'll never do. That'll never do. I messed it up. I'm trying to add lava as an accent, right? And it's just so dumb to work with. Lava's a stupid
Yeah.
freaking block.
Lava's annoying.
We should ban lava.
Agreed. You know what? I agree with you.
Yeah. Lava is banned in this state. Oh, I know what I'll do here. Yeah, this will be a nice accent here. There's a fly in front of me, and it is too small for people on stream to see it. But I swear it is here.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying, actually.
Somebody says, this is a crazy idea, but what if somehow you made part of the entrance to the dungeon a lava wall that you have to walk through? I don't know, I'm just spitballing. That'd be cool. It'd be like The Incredibles.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I don't know how it would work, but it would be cool.
It would be cool. Like parting the Red Sea, sort of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that, yeah, this is probably enough lava. This is enough lava.
Let's take a look. Oh, I like that. I like that. I
It's
think that's
different.
cool.
It's fine. It's cool in the same way as like a kid drawing an explosion is cool, right?
Yeah.
You're in elementary school and the kid is like, I drew this, and it's just like a fire and scribbles everywhere. It's like, yeah,
It does
that's
break
cool.
up the bland netherrack, though.
Yeah, because we can't have just netherrack. I think that'll be terrible, but this is a
Yeah.
little bit better.
Man.
Maybe it's a bit too much. You think it's a bit too much?
Uh,
I feel like I'm talking about like wedding
know.
plans.
what if we got rid of these two strands up here?
Okay, yeah, I
So then
like
it's
that.
just the
Make
three?
it less.
So there's a little bit less, yeah.
And then maybe we can make those strands a little bit thicker.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make them. Oh wait, I can't do it yet. I can't do that yet.
Oh yeah, because then it'll be weird.
I'm just gonna have to wait.
We love waiting.
I love
I
waiting.
think I finished my first little tunnel thing after the parkour section.
Oh
There's
sweet.
a little
Are
just
you
a little tiny
Are
thing.
you keeping the
where if
Among Us
you-
entrance? I thought there was no Among Us
The
here.
Among Us? I didn't know there was an Among Us entrance. But basically, the trap here is that if you step on a pressure plate, Yep.
Oh
There
snap!
you go.
I'm dead, man. What? This sucks. This sucks on ice. Holy crap! That was immediate too. Holy crap!
Yeah, it goes pretty fast. Maybe I can add a bit of a delay.
No. That's fine. I just it immediately got me. That was
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, and what's this
So,
for?
like, I think-
Oh, this is to prevent the lava
Let's
from
just
going.
stop the lava flow, yeah. So I
That's
think
really
technically
clever.
if you like run, like you can make it if you just run, but
Oh, that's a great trap. That's a
Whatever.
really good trap.
yeah, I'm happy with this.
You know,
Where
I
are
want to
the
show you. I
pressure
want to show you the trap that we worked on in the slime dungeon. I don't think you ever got to see it.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Here, yeah, this will be a nice break from the lava. Okay, where is the entrance? I think it's over here. Yeah, this is it.
I'm here.
We had an entrance. Oh wait, no, sorry. I think this is the wrong one. It's a higher entrance. There's a higher entrance around here somewhere because what we wanted to do is have each skull as a different entrance, possibly.
Yeah, I think I found it.
Yeah, this one. This one. Just like walk through there.
Oh.
That was my version of the trap.
Right.
The next one is Horaltum's version. Oh, that was my version. Yeah, if you keep walking that way, you run into his.
Oh.
That's his.
Yeah, so it's a little bit.
He struggled so hard on it. This is the one that took him half an hour to figure out.
What?
It looks.
Okay, I can see why this took a while. I understand, yeah, because the redstone, yeah, I can kind of understand. Why is it?
I don't understand.
So
I don't understand. Meanwhile, look at mine. It's like one thing.
Yeah,
just one line.
Yeah, yours is a lot more simple.
I don't
know what this like comparator thing is here for.
I don't know. I don't understand it. I really don't. Oh, Quinn Bobin's still here. Slime dungeon, let's go. Yeah, Quinn Bobin. This is the slime dungeon. What we're working on so far. It's kind of in a prototype stage. It definitely needs a lot more slime.
Are there gonna be like slime?
Whoa, I might have been too harsh. I think I got Horaltum roasted in the chat. Guys, he's not that bad. He just overthought one thing. Okay? Just once.
Like it's not even bad, except for the comparator thing. Like I don't understand what.
I don't know what those do. I can't even fathom like how you would use it.
The only way I know that you can use comparators is for item sorters. I think, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I've never had to use comparators before for anything.
Yeah. By the way, somebody suggested, hey, Bread, could you make a trap where the room is made of obsidian, and when you walk through, a dispenser on the ceiling drops TNT on you? I think that'd be for a different dungeon. I like that idea, though. Let's bookmark that.
Save it in the brain files.
Save it in the brain files. Well, actually, I have a Word document I'm using to hold on to all these ideas.
I always am like, oh, I'm going to start a little document to just hold on to, like, all my ideas. Or, like, oh, I'm going to, like, get a little notebook so I can, like, write things down, like, ideas when I have them. And then I never do. I just put them all in my brain and then forget them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heard it here first, folks.
I'm very efficient with my ideas. Like, my video ideas, the Star Wars project I'm doing next, I legit... I had that idea forever ago, and then I forgot about it until like 5 days ago, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to do that." And so,
just 5 days ago, you decided like that's the project I'll do. Yeah, that's the one.
Well, see, the thing is, I was originally planning on doing Mario Odyssey in Minecraft, and so last week I played through the whole game again for the second time ever to like prepare for that project, but. It was just kind of boring. Like, I played through it, and I was like, I don't think this would be very fun to build. I don't think it'd be super interesting. So, I was kind of conflicted. Like, do I really want to do Mario Odyssey in Minecraft? And then when I remembered the Star Wars idea, I was like, oh, I would much rather do the Star Wars idea than Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
And so... literally the morning I started the project, the morning I did my first stream where I revealed that project, I still hadn't decided. I didn't decide until 3 hours before starting the
That's
stream.
crazy, and that's the new thing that you're going to dedicate yourself to. Like, just on a whim, just like, yep, that's the new thing that Grazzy will be known for.
It's going to be... It's not, like, going to be a big series thing. It's going to... I only planned for this to be one video, like a standalone video.
Oh.
Because I don't want to commit to another massive project right away. I'd rather do standalone videos for the time being because I feel like those do better. There's gonna be more interest. And also, like, if I commit myself to a massive, like, oh, I'm building all of Skyrim in Minecraft, I'm gonna spend the next 3 years doing that.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit tense.
Everyone who doesn't watch hasn't played Skyrim or doesn't care, are just gonna immediately leave, you know, because they're gonna be like, oh, he's doing that. I don't have interest in that. He's not going to be doing anything else, so I'm going to leave.
I think that's a really good plan.
If I'm doing standalone projects, then people could stick around because maybe there's going to be a project that they like, so they might stick around for longer, you know?
Yeah. There's that hope of like, hey, do this cool idea, please, and you know, maybe you
Exactly. Will. Yeah, exactly. And who knows? Maybe eventually I will do Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe.
We don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But I'm really concerned because I thought I would be safe to do different projects. Like I did a video about a TV show I watched, and I built that in Minecraft, and it was my most successful video of all time, just earlier this year.
So, oh yeah, I remember that one, yeah.
But then I did the Mario Kart video, which I thought was a slam dunk, like easy banger video, and it's completely underperformed. And it's like, well, now I don't know what to think is going to happen with my channel next.
I hope that this one comment puts you at ease, as Eldian says, I do wonder, once Grazzy finishes the map, will he just fade into obscurity? Yeah, that's great, guys. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
That is my worry. That has been my worry since I uploaded episode 3, and I realized I can't do this forever.
Well, Grazzy, if it makes you feel any better, I think you're really good at building stuff in Breath of the Wild.
Thanks, man.
I mean, just stick to what you're good at. Don't let me just say, don't quit your day Minecraft job. Don't quit.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
You're more than talented enough to go into other spheres. I think that you'll be fine. Are there a lot of other YouTubers doing the same thing that you're doing, where you build like franchises in Minecraft?
Not really. There's one other guy I can think of, but his style of video is a lot more different from mine. But also, there just aren't any like creative mode builders at all.
Interesting.
Like I could any creative mode Minecraft YouTuber, I could probably think of all of them and count them on one hand. There's only two I can think of.
No way, really?
That are like large. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy to me.
There's Shovel, who is I've actually spoken with him before. He's really cool. He is crazy, like really talented. And then there's a guy named Trixie Blocks who was massive. He was gigantic a few years ago. He's kind of like simmered down and hasn't been uploading as much, but he has like a couple million subs. Other than that, there's not really any other creative mode Minecraft YouTubers left. Again, that are like actually big and substantial.
You're part of a dying breed.
Yeah,
keeping the lights burning.
Yeah, maybe I can breathe. It's either a bad thing because people aren't interested, or it's a good thing because I can fill up a market that not many other people are.
Yes, that's the way to think of it. I've been thinking that the Zelda series is about to enter into a drought, which on one hand I'm like, that sucks. No, like we just had 2 games in a row, year to year.
Yeah.
The Zelda movie's coming out at some time before 2030. That's literally what they announced. At some point before 2030. It's like, we ain't getting crap.
Yeah,
we're getting nothing.
I didn't realize it was that far away.
So we're gonna enter into a new drought, is my theory. And actually, I put that on the recent spreadsheet. I put on the recent Zelda YouTuber spreadsheet.
That, yeah.
I'd like to make a video on that sometime. I think that'd be fun. It's fun? Maybe that's the wrong word. I think it'd be enlightening.
Yeah.
It's fun to talk about the demise of the Zelda community. But no. I think that it's also kind of exciting because when there's a drought, it breeds creativity, because only the most creative video ideas can have any success. And you don't really have a lot of the spammy content like 5 builds in Tears of the Kingdom that are really cool or that you need to do.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, that doesn't work anymore. Yeah. That doesn't work anymore. You gotta come up with some new material.
Yeah, exactly. I think it definitely is going to be, because, like, a lot of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom fans are not Zelda fans, you know? I think a lot of people who played Breath of the Wild, who played Tears of the Kingdom, haven't played a lot of other Zelda games. But also, once Breath of the Wild released, there was so much to talk about that it filled up years until Tears of the Kingdom.
Years. But Tears of the Kingdom just doesn't have the same staying power, because it's the same game with a shade of green, you know?
Exactly, yep. So it's like, I feel like Tears of the Kingdom has already been, like, ran pretty dry in terms of, like, what there is to talk about in terms of, like, lore and the story and just, like, all these things.
I got things I want to talk about. My next video, which I actually started working on before Echoes of Wisdom, is how does fall damage work in Tears of the Kingdom?
Oh.
Really simple topic, deceptively complicated. The height at which you fall from determines how much more damage you're getting, because there's actually different tiers of damage depending on the height of the jump. So mathematically, it's kind of interesting, but there's also all sorts of quirky ways that you can prevent fall damage that people don't usually think about. The one which I really like is that you can prevent fall damage by landing on ice.
Really?
There's certain the cracked ice that you find in Hebra. You land on that and it'll prevent fall damage. Yeah. which is really cool.
Is that like intentional, or is that just like the doing?
And it's purely intentional. It's intentional because it's training the player to get ready for the Colgera fight, where they have to slam through Colgera's body.
Oh right.
Yeah. So there's little ice platforms all around the world that if you jump on them, you won't take any fall damage.
Didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's cool. That's the big fact. So unfortunately, everybody who's watching this, however many people are watching it, y'all just got spoiled at probably the best part of the video.
Spoiled. But
the rest of the video should still be fun. I have a fun gag at the beginning involving MatPat and one of his infamous quotes. It's from the Link is Dead theory, by the way. The quote in question.
Yeah, that video.
Love that video. Good old Matty Patty. I feel bad for MatPat, though, on one hand. I feel bad about what I've done to him, though.
Yeah.
Because a couple years ago, I made a video about Link's height in Breath of the Wild, and I got my math wrong. And then he mentioned it in one of his videos. He actually used it as evidence in one of his videos, and mentioned my video. I'm like, oh no, the one time MatPat sees my content, it's that.
And it was wrong. Oh,
and it's wrong. So I have to make an apology video and go back and fix that.
Yeah, make an apology video. Yeah, I'm
Dear
sure
MatPat
MatPat's been waiting for that apology video for a while now.
Yeah. The bright side is that even though the math was wrong, it actually helps his theory. But it's just kind of embarrassing on my part.
Yeah. I feel like I remember that happening. I might be wrong. I feel like I remember you telling me that. Sounds a bit familiar.
Let's break our ankles. MatPat, not lying, just don't research. Biffle Diffle, you are a strange person. And I wish I could understand the mind of you, Biffle Diffle. But I can't. I'm trying to read it. I don't know what it means. Ninja Quest says, Bread Pirate, remember me. What is this, like Coco? Are we going back to Coco? Remember me, even though I travel far. Or I could sing in Spanish. I know the first two lyrics in Spanish. Recuérdame, hoy mi tango quiere mi amor. Recuérdame, no llores por favor. I know that part. That's it. Like I said, I watched that movie a lot. I watched that movie a lot in a very short span of time.
It's a really good movie, though.
It is. It's really good. And I think the Spanish is actually better. The Spanish version is better.
I believe it, yeah. It would make sense. I somehow took 3 years of Spanish in high school, but I have like no knowledge of how. Like I couldn't speak a full sentence in Spanish just by taking 3 years.
Imposible. ¿Tú hablas un poco español, sí?
Yeah, no. See, I can't. The reason I'm so bad at Spanish just by taking 3 years is because my first year of Spanish, I had the worst teacher I've ever had for any subject ever, period.
Oh, no.
All of my siblings who had her also agreed. Terrible teacher. Nobody learned anything. So that was my first year of Spanish. I took Spanish 1. But then the next year, I had to take a second year of it, right? Because that's just what my school required.
Yes, my school as well. You have to go to at least Spanish 2.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem for me is I felt like I learned nothing from her class. So I was like, okay, I'll retake Spanish 1 because I didn't learn anything. And if I try to go into Spanish 2, you know, it's going to be a disaster. But my teacher that year was also really, really bad.
Nice.
And
I want to defend your teachers, or defend the school districts. It's really hard to find Spanish teachers. It is really hard to find Spanish teachers, and ones that actually care.
To be fair to my second year Spanish, my first teacher did suck. But to be fair to my second teacher, I didn't really care to pay too close of attention either. Okay. So it's like, I wasn't helping at all. But I learned like a little bit, and then when I went to take Spanish 2, I was like barely scraping by. And then, whoa, it's 2020. I wonder what major historical event is going to cut off my school year and prevent me from finishing Spanish 2.
Yeah.
So then I never had to finish Spanish 2. So now I suck at Spanish.
Darn. Yeah, Spanish is really fun once you get the hang of it, but it is really difficult too and frustrating at times. I get that. Like, for example, learning basic words, you know, whatever. I mean, that's kind of annoying. Nobody likes memorizing, but what gets really difficult is the tenses.
Yeah.
I ate an apple is very difficult to start learning when the original phrase is, I eat an apple, right? Like, things start changing really quickly. Or like, I'm eating an apple versus I will eat an apple. When you start talking about those tenses in Spanish, you have to relearn things completely.
Yeah.
So instead of saying in Spanish it would be yo como un manzana, or una manzana would be I eat an apple. Past tense would be yo come una manzana, and then future tense would be yo fui com. Oh, I'm going. Yo fui comer un manzana. I think that's it. And then it gets even crazier. Then there's like irregular things. People are like talking about irregulars. Yeah, irregulars get crazy too. Where I don't even understand those. And imperfects. Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it.
The thing is with me, on top of that, like it being tough, I was not a good student. I hated school. I always disliked it. I was the kind of guy that just like barely would scrape by and like kind of cheese my way through classes. I didn't like ever like blatantly cheat or anything, but you know, I would basically try to take the lazy way out every time. And for example, in Spanish, when we had those speaking tests where we would have to respond to questions that the teachers ask in the correct manner, what I would do is at the beginning of the class period when we took the test and she'd start going around asking everyone, I would Google Translate and then just memorize.
That's wild. That's wild.
Instead,
you just memorize. That's insane. Yeah, I can't believe that.
Yeah, it was easier for me to just like, instead of studying it over a bunch of days, I mean, maybe not easier, but I was too lazy to. So I would just memorize all my answers 20 minutes before taking the test. And then I would promptly forget about it within 5 minutes of finishing it.
The sad part about that is, at that level of Spanish, Google Translate is usually pretty good. So, like, it's hard to figure that out. When you get to the higher levels of Spanish, it gets trickier to hide that you don't know the Spanish.
Exactly, yeah.
But at that level, like, the teacher would have no way of knowing.
Yeah. Because, like, the sentences were pretty short, so I was like, yeah, it'll be a lot easier to memorize 5 sentences for 20 minutes than for 3 days. So that's what I did.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
And I have, like, good, like, memorizational tactics as well, because one thing I've learned how to do, I've learned, back to the Rubik's Cube thing, I told you I'm, I was big into Rubik's Cubes. I learned some like really good memorization tactics because I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded.
Blindfolded?
So, yeah. So I basically would have to memorize the entire layout of the cube, put on a blindfold,
freaking
and then
way.
keep track of it. I've done it.
Cap.
I have done it.
No video proof. No video proof. Didn't happen.
I'm gonna get a video. I'm gonna like relearn it and redo it. I've done it in front of family members. I can do it. It's like
no video proof. Did not happen. Did not happen. Ouija, get a load of this guy. He says he can complete a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What a bozo. Yeah. Yeah, right.
But the way you memorize the cube is by applying a letter to stickers, and then there's a move set you do to swap 2 specific pieces on the cube. So then it becomes, you memorize the order that you have to move the pieces around by applying letters to each sticker. And so essentially what you have to do, you just have to memorize a long string of letters.
Quinn Bobin says that he's seen you do it. I don't believe it. Quinn Bobin, you don't have video proof.
Thank you, Quinn.
You don't have video proof that you've seen it.
You don't have
video proof. It's not real. It did not happen.
Lying,
it did not happen.
I am not the guy who says, "Oh, I have a cousin who can solve it in 3 seconds." I've done it. I have done it.
Yeah. You've done it in your dreams.
Okay, Okay, buddy.
Done it in your dreams.
But basically, the moral of the story is from solving those blindfolded, I learned like some better memorizational tactics, and I'm able to memorize things quickly, I think.
This is like One Punch levels of like trying to justify superpowers. Have you watched One Punch? One Punch Man?
I actually have seen One Punch Man, yeah.
You're like Saitama, like, I did slightly vigorous exercises and now I can kill anything in one hit. That's what you sound like right now.
Pretty much me, yeah. No, but like for the basic 3x3 cube, I have solved it blindfolded 2 specific times. Every other attempt I have failed. I had 2 attempts where I actually managed to do it. As for the 2x2, like the smaller cube, I was able to consistently reproduce that and resolve it blindfolded.
Impossible.
I'm gonna do it again.
I want you to post that video. I want you to post an identical video to Technoblade, which is his I don't auto click video. Just like really quick.
Oh yeah.
Upload a video like I can do Rubik's cubes blindfolded, and just upload it like that. Like prove it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's.
And then if you actually do it, I'll have to do something. I don't know what my end of the bargain should be.
You have to learn how to solve it blindfolded.
That's awful. I have to learn how to just solve a Rubik's Cube, period. I've never done it, man. I've never done it. I believe it's wizardcraft. That's the only way you could solve a Rubik's Cube.
The problem though is that proving solves to somebody who doesn't solve Rubik's Cubes is extremely difficult.
Yeah, because
like,
you're
faking.
faking.
Legit. No, it's because of a lack of understanding. People think, a lot of people who don't solve Rubik's Cubes think like, oh, you probably just scrambled it up, memorized how you scrambled it, and undid the same move.
Well, that's bogus. That's bogus. I know that.
People don't realize that that is way harder than actually solving the cube.
Yeah.
But like proving legitimate scrambles is difficult. People have come up with like not necessarily a language, but like a way to read how to scramble a cube. So
kind
you
of
can
like
basically
moves
find
in
scrambles
chess.
online.
Kind of like moves in chess,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
It's kind of like moves in chess. There are ways you can scramble. So most solves are done with like a computer generates the scramble and then you do the scramble and solve it from there. So it's like when you're showing that to other people who solve Rubik's Cubes, it's very easy to tell, like, yes, they did a legitimate scramble. They provided the scramble so you can see that it's legit. But to someone who doesn't solve Rubik's Cubes, they're just like, nah, you just undid the scramble.
Yeah. I mean, we did undo it, but, like, we didn't do it that way.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're just undoing the scrambled eggs. You're just memorizing how it was flipped in the pan and undoing
Exactly. Exactly.
Somebody in chat saying, I know Latin. Very impressive. Another person said, just
Latin?
feel the colors with your fingertips. And actually, I think that's it. Grazzy can feel colors. He can hear colors.
I can't even see colors. I'm colorblind.
Yeah, that sounds like a whole lot of not my problem. Oh! My dad's colorblind.
Oh, gosh.
My dad is actually colorblind. My mom thought I was colorblind for a while because I was constantly getting navy blue and black confused. My mom would be like, get something black on today. And I'd be like, okay. And I'd come back with navy blue. And she'd be like, that's not black.
Yeah.
I'm like, but it is.
That's
kind of
understandable, though. See,
No!
That's the problem I have. I'm red-green colorblind, but I feel like a lot of the times, like, I just can't really see the more subtle tones in certain colors. Like, it comes up a lot with, like, Minecraft building when I'm trying to, like, find the right block and I'm, like, on stream. And I place a block and I'm like, yeah, that's, like, a pale kind of white color. It's got, it's mostly just white. But then everyone in chat will tell me, no, it's way too pink. And then I look at it, and when I look really, really closely, I can see it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I see it. You guys are right. There's a little bit of pink. But, like, I never notice it until I really stop and stare and know what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Exactly.
It's really frustrating.
So I'm trying to do the inside of the dungeon, and I think things are coming together.
Take a look.
It's kind of just meant to feel like the inside of a nether fortress. Because
I think it's fine. I think it works. Yeah.
That's the best I can do. Baby, let's face it.
Is this where there's gonna be like spawners, or?
Yeah, we could put Yeah, I'm thinking spawners in here. We could have like secret rooms with a little treasure in them if players are witty and notice like, hey, wait a minute, there's no way into this area. Then like they could just break through and find treasure.
Makes sense.
Kind of like Zelda 1, actually. It's unfair like that. By the way, this is really dumb, but I think it'd be fun to make a 2D dungeon where it's only got one dimension to it, so forward and backwards, up and down. But no left and right.
That'd be really hard to make fun, though.
And I think it would work. It would feel like Zelda 2 dungeoning.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a fun one to work on, but not right now. Not today. Another time.
That's a problem for future you.
That's how I feel a lot of the time. That's how I feel a lot of the time. That's a problem for future me.
I used to say that all the time with everything. But now I'm a grown man. I don't do that anymore. I'm a big strong man. I can handle my problems when they show up.
Wow, I wish I could do that.
That's a lie. That's not true.
Oh, that's okay. Okay. The truth has set you free. There we go. Now I know. Don't trust Grazzy in court.
Whoa. That's a big leap.
That's a big assumption. I don't know if it is. I don't know.
When we did that court case on the Zeltube SMP, I won.
You won, but now I know how you won.
Because I lied. That is not true.
Lies.
The dude burned my house down, and he literally showed me the stuff that he stole from me. What do you mean? I literally caught him red-handed in the act of stealing from me.
That was framed by you, the Prince of Lies.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Hey, I resent that. And that means I win.
Yeah, that's how it works, yeah. You just win now.
I win. I'm a winner. Wah. My Wario time. We're too tired for this.
Oh, man.
I think I'm getting too tired for this, but like, I feel like I've barely completed anything, and I don't want to leave another dungeon unfinished at the end of the
I don't know if
stream.
we're gonna finish this, bro. I'm going on like 8 hours without having food.
We gotta end it, Grazzy. We gotta end it.
It might be time to end soon.
No. I'll work on it after stream. I'll just keep working on it after stream. I'll let you get your dinner and everybody else can go. What do the viewers do when they leave? Do they just find a new?
What do you guys do when you leave stream?
What do you do when you leave stream? Where do you go?
Yeah. Do you guys just like sit and stare at your screen and wait for the next stream? Like, how does it work?
I think that's how it works. It's kind of like teachers in schools. They just exist at the beck and call of the students. So when students come in for the next day, the teacher was sleeping there overnight.
Yeah, I believe it. For me, it's more like what happens when I end stream. It's usually stare at the screen for about 10 seconds and just like sigh like, oh, because like I'm tired, you know? And then I go use the bathroom, and then I come back and I stare at the screen for 10 more seconds.
Yeah.
Respond to the 50 billion messages I received during stream.
Yeah. I gotta say, actually, this has been a very refreshing stream, not very tiring.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tired, but this has not been tiring. You're very good to keep conversation with.
Let's go. I found something I'm good at apart from Minecraft building.
Yes, you should be one of those Let's Chat YouTube. You should be one of those Let's Chat Twitch streamers.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be as good if I'm just sitting on my own with nothing to know, like, subject.
You could just have guest stars all the time.
I think you're talking about a podcast now.
Yeah, we're gonna
podcast.
You're gonna have all the political people on your show. It'll be great.
How many? What are the Zelda YouTube podcasting scene? I imagine there's been some Zelda YouTuber podcasts that have shown up.
There are.
What have those been like?
There was one which was, I think it was literally called the Zelda Podcast. I'd have to look into it though. It's been a long time. It's actually been quite a while since I've looked into podcasting in the Zelda scene because it's actually fairly niche.
Yeah.
It's not something you see a lot. Yeah. Unfortunately, but understandably.
Zeltic made that one with Zelda Master, I think.
That one's still going on. That's a good example. Zeldudes. That's probably the most successful podcast in the Zelda community.
Yeah.
So that actually that kind of sets a really low bar. I know it sounds
Yeah.
weird, but that's just like Zeldude's is great, but it's not cooking with views or anything. It's not a full-time job. It's just a fun thing he does.
Yeah, it's a fun side project.
Oh, wait a minute. It occurs to me the music has switched to ragtime because that was the next thing in my collection. So we've been streaming. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 37 minutes. Exactly. I was like, why?
What's your longest stream?
Longest stream? I'm not actually sure. What is my longest stream? I could check right now. Here, let me do it really quick. It'll lag the stream a little bit, but
Yeah, I guess it's easy for you. I've been doing on and off streaming for like years, so it's harder for me. Wait, no, it's not. My longest stream is the 16-hour Breath of the Wild finale one.
just did it. Yeah, you just did it. Here, let me check my live streams. 2 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. I'm trying to look for a 4-hour one. I have a 4-hour one. Breath of the Wild, but I obliterate 100 bokoblins.
4 hours.
Wow.
Actually, it's almost 5 hours. It was 3 minutes away from being 5 hours. That was my second live stream.
What was so captivating about that stream?
It was that I needed to kill 100 bokoblins before the video could end, and I did not realize how ambitious that was going to be.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
I was like, it's just 100. What's the worst that could happen? And it just took ages.
Yeah.
It took absolutely
No, it's always
ages.
anything you ever do on stream is going to be longer than you expect.
By 2, yeah.
My Breath of the Wild stream, my Breath of the Wild finale, I was like, I expect to be here between 8 and 12 hours, and then I was sitting there for 16.
16. Yeah.
Was it 16 or 14? I think it was 16.
Gee, don't ask me.
Maybe it was 14. I need to check now, because I want to know what mine was now. What is my longest stream? It was... Oh, yeah, it was only 14. Only 14.
14.
Only.
That's still
Only
pretty good. That's
14.
impressive. That is impressive.
Technically though, it wasn't, because stream crashed right before the 12-hour mark because I forgot to pay my internet bill.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah,
I would not. Okay, that's great. That's a fun
story.
conclusion.
Here's the funny story. So I started that stream at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, right?
Yep.
And I knew I was going to be going for a long time. And so it gets to like 11 p.m. and I was taking a break to grab some food. And then I was grabbing my food and my brother was out in there with me. And he told me like, hey, our internet's due at midnight. So, you know, don't forget to pay that before midnight. And I was like, aye, you got it. And then I went back in my room. But because I was still in the middle of a live stream, I completely forgot. And so then we get to like 2, 3 a.m. and I didn't pay my internet, so it shuts off. And we were like right before the grand finale. Biggest scare of my life, because I thought my internet had just like died right before the end of this project. And everyone in Twitch chat was freaking out. Like, I don't think I've ever seen my Twitch chat move faster, and it was just everyone saying no. And so I was sitting there for like a minute. I was like, oh my god. And then I remembered I didn't pay my bill. So I went and I paid it, and my internet immediately came back on, and I restarted stream.
Oh, that's awesome. So it was really a really quick, easy fix.
It was an easy fix, but it was a terrifying couple of minutes where I thought, you know,
that could have been bad.
I thought it would have been really sad.
Didn't get to record your big moment with everybody.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done if my internet had actually just like completely died.
I mean, I guess you would have just nothing.
I probably would have postponed and done it another day. I probably would have finished it like the day after or something. I wouldn't want it to be off stream after all that.
That makes sense. You would just do it the next day and be like, yeah, here's what happened. We're going to do it another day.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Holy cow, a lot of people's messages are being deleted in chat. What's going on? Oh, somebody's spamming the word bread.
People probably spamming, yeah.
It's somebody spamming. Thank you for keeping on top of that, Zeldian. Yeah, well, I can't figure out how to make this look good. Oh, sorry. You were saying?
I think it was good before with the single, with like the one-off lava streams every here and there. I thought that was fine.
Yeah, it just looked, I mean, from a distance, it just looked too chaotic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I really like, I like these little streams on the bottom though. Those look kind of nice.
Yeah.
And actually, those are staying put. Those aren't going anywhere, so I guess we'll keep those. Yeah, like that looks fine. And then I want to figure out what to do at the top. I don't know what to do at the top exactly. Maybe we could have like an overhanging roof that slants upward. Not right now, but like I can work on that.
Yeah, I kind of see the vision. Yeah.
I should. What I need to do is I got to start looking up pictures beforehand and then like having those as inspiration and like sending it to whoever joins me. Like, hey, this is what we're gonna do.
Or like sketch out your idea or something.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's not going to turn out much better.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But it could give a rough idea potentially.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Or I need to stop trying to do overly ambitious things, you know? So you finished
That's the boring out.
That's the boring out.
This tunnel. I've got this tunnel finished.
Okay, one tunnel. Holy crap, that's a lot of redstone. I mean, a lot of redstone dust. It's not actually a lot of redstone machinery. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all I needed was lines up to the... Whoops.
What?
Triggered the trap.
Just lava. Lava everywhere.
It's a really loud trap.
Yeah, it's
my ear
boom!
Out every time it triggers.
Yeah, I can work on this in the meantime. I actually don't think there'll be that much work left to be done on the nether area here. I think this will be pretty quick.
Yeah, it's the slime dungeon that's the problem, huh?
Ah! Freaking slime dungeon! All my homies hate that.
You got to do it for the slime dungeon fans. And
I have to now.
By
like,
slime dungeon fans, I think it's just
Bobin.
Quinn Bobin. I think it's literally just Quinn Bobin.
If I don't make it, Quinn Bobin will literally destroy me. So
have I ever told you about the Daya Village Ruin story?
No, but there is a dungeon near Daya Village Ruins now. So
yeah. So when I did Daya Village Ruins.
Oh wait, what? Grazzy. Oh, never mind. Sorry, something just Quinn Bobin's still in chat just to say we love Slime Dungeon. He's still in chat. That's unbelievable. This is the most dedicated big Zelda YouTuber is he a Zelda YouTuber? He's the most dedicated guy I've ever seen to like a random live stream. Just like, yeah, I'm here for just the slime. Let's go. Wait a minute. How do I undo the lava trap?
You can't underestimate. Undo it? What do you mean?
I accidentally triggered it.
Oh, if you just press one of the pressure plates again, it'll turn back off.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't underestimate these random one-off hyper fans. When I was doing my Farron region episode, I included the Daya Village Ruin build in the video, but it didn't really fit anywhere, and it just kind of felt weird. So I cut it from the video.
Oh, I remember this story.
Yeah, I was talking with one of my friends about it later, and I mentioned like I cut Daya Village Ruins, and she was like, "How could you? How could you cut Daya Village Ruins? You're gonna make everyone who loves Daya Village Ruins mad." And I'm like, nobody loves Daya Village Ruins. Like, relax.
Famous last words.
She kept telling me, she was like, "There's gonna be people mad," and I was like, If somebody comments asking about Daya Village Ruins, I will buy you an entire bundle of bananas. And she was like, deal.
That's so random.
And so I posted the video. 4 hours later, I got a comment, where are Daya Village Ruins?
Let's go. Let's go.
And you know what's even crazier?
Yep.
That is, to this day, the one and only comment I've ever received about Daya Village Ruins. Nobody else has ever mentioned it. Just
That's
that one.
Unbelievable.
There's just the one Daya Village Ruins super fan out there who was so excited to see Daya Village Ruins, and I ruined their dreams. So
never gonna see Daya Village. Daya Village is kind of cool in this map, but and we added a few things to it just for lore, which you might want to check out.
Oh, did you now? I should go check that out.
Yeah, I gotta get to it first. Where is it?
I'm there if you TP to me.
Yeah, of course you're quicker than me. There's 2 books there. One of them is funny. The other one is a hint on how to find the dungeon.
Oh, like around in the ruins? Okay.
In the ruins, there's 2 chests. Yeah.
2 chests in the ruins. Okay. Oh, I think I found one.
Yeah, you can make a copy of that book and check it out.
Yeah, let me make a copy. That's a smart idea. We don't want another Grazzy's log incident.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, have you still not found it?
Well, it's not that I can't find it. It's that somebody lost them.
I actually have a few copies.
To rewrite them. Yeah, no, it's not those ones. The reason you don't have the the last copies, the reason your collection is incomplete is because somebody took them all out and then deleted them. And I was like, why did you do that? And they're like, I thought it wasn't important. And I was like, how did you not think that was important?
Yeah, exactly.
But so now it kind of cut them off because now I have to rewrite them from memory. And I do remember vaguely what I said.
But it's not as genuine anymore.
Dates, but it's not as genuine anymore. Exactly. And I'm so upset.
So this book is called The Legend of the Moa Temple, and Moas are a actual enemy in Zelda 2. So we're kind of role playing out some Zelda lore here. And this is the slime. This not the slime dungeon. This is the I guess this is the Vex dungeon. It has a bunch of Vexes in it.
Oh.
So it has the story of how there are these evil creatures called Moa, who terrorize the village, but then this group called the Chamber of Sages manages to seal them away in a dungeon just near Dueling Peaks.
Gotcha.
And nobody has ever managed to find the dungeon and survive, so don't bother going over there. Wink, wink.
Oh. The lone spruce tree. Oh, I found the tree.
Yeah. It blends in pretty well, which is what I like. And then you'll see there's the dirt pile that's really sketchy nearby.
A dirt pile that's really sketchy nearby. Oh, yeah.
That's the hint, yes. I don't... Over there, yeah. For the stream, if you're curious. Yeah. That's the first book. The other one is also over here. Let me see if I can help you find it.
Got one of them. Not seeing it here. Oh, here it is.
There you go. This one's funny.
The Wet Daya Scroll. You will find a wet scroll with faded words in it. With some effort, you make out a few words. It seems to be a public notice assuring residents of Daya Village that the rising river levels are not a threat. That aged poorly.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I like adding those ones where it's spoken in a third person, so you don't actually I don't actually have to write anything, but instead you just get like the impression of like, oh, this is what the lore was.
Yeah.
This is that dungeon, by the way, for anybody who's curious. This is what that dungeon looked like.
The spruce tree up here, do you want me to like change that to one of the ones I have all like the normally designed ones I have on the map? Because I have like custom ones.
Yeah. If there's a normal spruce tree on the map, let's do that. I didn't even notice there was a custom.
I've got a bunch of custom like taiga trees, so I can replace this one real quick with the one I have. Is a quick fix. Which one should I get? I'm going to take this one. Boom.
I don't see anything, but I'm just
boom.
assuming.
There it is.
Oh yeah, that's really good. So it's non-canon. This is a non-canon tree. Then again,
not accurate. I can't believe it.
Then again, you do have some trees in Hateno Village that are also inaccurate still. So.
Okay.
Who's counting? Who's counting the two trees that are horribly inaccurate in Hateno Village?
Did you notice, by the way, that I redid the entirety of the Dueling Peaks Inner Cliffs?
Did you?
They look so much better now.
Let me see.
I don't know if you remember what they were like before. They look so good now. Gotta get
around it.
They were terrible beforehand.
The Dueling Peaks are the thing I used for my thumbnail on my original Breath of the Wild in Minecraft video. Not on your map, by the way, but on somebody else's map.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is really nice. I like how irregular the shapes are.
Yeah, it was a lot more flat and boring before. So
I like this. I like the grass on the high elevated areas to the left and the right. Yeah, this is good. This is a lot better.
Yeah, it was really bad before. And that's one of those things that, like, I knew it was bad since I made it. However, I didn't really have the tools to easily fix it. So I just waited, and now I have the tools. So I did it.
There we go. Yeah, this is a good improvement. Oh, by the way, wait. I got to show you the actual tree, which is messed up.
1 second.
Where is it? It's over here. I think it's these. Yeah.
These don't exist in Breath of the Wild?
No, it's a giant tree in Breath of the Wild, and I think there's another one up on the hill here. There's a giant tree. This is almost worth a video in and of itself. There is a giant tree 2 giant trees in Hiteno Village, which are just absurdly large. And all they did is it seems like they took a normal tree and they blew up the scale so that the scenery would look good. But when you get really close, the illusion breaks down and you're like, wait a minute, what the frick? Where?
Yeah.
How is this here? It's thick enough that it looks like it could be a jungle tree.
Yeah. If I was to redo any part of the Breath of the Wild map, I'd probably redo Hiteno Village.
Yeah.
I'm not, especially the tech lab, like the telescope. Ugh. What was I? Ugh. It's not that good. I'm not too happy with most of this. But the thing is, I don't want to spend a bunch of time redoing things because A, if I start redoing things, I'll never stop, and then the project's gonna go on forever. And like B, I kind of like. Part of me likes being able to like visually see the improvements in my building skills over the course of the years.
Yes.
Slay adds more character. It adds more character. Like I know there was a guy who I've seen before who, you know how I imported the map of Hyrule into just to get the Bare Bones map. I imported a height map and then I added all of the other stuff myself. There was a guy I've seen on YouTube before who not only did what I did, but they also used 3D models. They used 3D models of the entire map and imported a 3D model of everything and got everything literally perfect to a T. Every single block was perfect, everything.
Holy cow, that saved a lot of time.
It's cool, but it's also lifeless and like it's so much more boring. Because I think the appeal with my map is not, look at this, a perfect, literally perfect, no mistakes, completely accurate one-to-one recreation.
Wait, does theirs account for like things like is Hyrule Castle built in their map?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
They got literally everything.
I want to see that. I want to see what the lifelessness of it looks like.
The problem, I actually was looking for the video the other day and I couldn't find it.
What?
And number 2, the other problem, because they used the 3D models, something about it, the textures and colors didn't implement. So it was all just like a few different blocks. There was no texture or color.
So it is rather boring.
And I think they were going to try and do that, you know, add in proper color. But it was like, I feel like the appeal of my map is the story and the journey itself and the little Easter eggs that are hidden. I don't think the like perfection of it is what the appeal is.
Yeah, so, it is imperfect. It's very fan feeling. Like this is not some hyper polished product. This is instead something that you touch and you're like, somebody else was here before me. Like somebody actually set this block here.
Exactly.
It makes it special.
It feels more authentic, I guess. And so that's why, like, at first I was concerned, like, oh, that's really concerning that someone just has, like, a better map than me, just like that. But then I was like, no, because that's not the point of my map. The point isn't to be perfect.
By the way, why are there so many Eponas?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know where they came from. I just found them when you did.
There's multiple. There's another one in Hyrule Field, too.
What? Yeah. I was not aware of this.
There's
I have no idea where they came from.
Oh, well. Anyways.
Time to call it, maybe?
I think it's time to call it. This was a good stream.
That is fine with me, because I am a hungry, hungry hippo.
Yeah. I plan on doing more of these. To anybody in chat, I'm going to be doing more of these, because I need to do a lot more work on these. Hopefully, the next few that I make, though, will be smaller dungeons. Like, maybe one-room tiny dungeons. Not the Nether or the slime dungeon. Let's not do that again. I'm done with that.
Don't slander the slime dungeon.
The slime dungeon killed my family. I'm an orphan because of it.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah, so let's end it there. We're going to do what we always do at the end of streams. We're going to end it with a prayer, and then we'll be on our way. So, dear God, thank you that we were able to have a fun time building the Nether dungeon today. And thank you that we had a relatively tame chat. I'm sorry I didn't read the chat, but either way, it was still fun. Help us to be able to do our best job with these dungeons, that they could be fun, and that they could be, hopefully, appealing enough to people that they don't hurt their eyes. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, that's it for today. I don't know where Grazzy is, but I'm assuming he's somewhere on the map. So
1 second.
I
Okay,
got
there you
him.
go.
Look at that. I found him.
Yippee!
Have a nice
We're
day,
here.
everybody.
I'm here the
Until I
whole
see you next
time.
time, have fun. Storming the castle.